Good evening, one, and good evening, all. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well on this, our 6th anniversary of this, all that we do, this whole thing. Oh boy. Yep, hope you're all doing well. I'm actually not doing as great as I usually do. I have a stomachache tonight for some reason, and I was like, why? Why tonight of all nights? But I think it's one that I can just kind of like power through, so. Especially after seeing y'all. I'm sorry, I laughed so hard when I was sitting here getting everything ready. And I saw Beth put in, oh, thankfully slow Sunday, or at least no one I want to watch. I was like, thanks. Thank you so much for that. I know what you mean. It just sounded so funny. Got someone playing an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask crossover randomizer for their birthday. Another window, but focusing here now. Oh, tonight's gonna be real. Tonight's gonna be real simple. Tonight's gonna be real straightforward. It's more of a history lesson than anything else. We're just gonna be hanging out, talking about games that we streamed and stuff. That's pretty much it. Good evening, Manic and 2Hit. Good to see both of you. Are we powering through? I have a little stomachache tonight. I think I might be okay now, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Siri, here's my alarm. To think I found you by searching retro and seeing some weirdo play a cursed space cursed space station. Imagine PM Collector Boy. I'm sure all y'all have all kinds of stories about how y'all showed up. I don't know if Emerald's gonna be out tonight, but I always like theirs, where they found me because I reviewed one of the, like, not even one of the worst indie horror games on Steam, one of the least notable horror games on Steam, and they were just like, wow, who the fuck would even spill this many words for this? And they joined up, and that was years and years ago. Try something sweet, it'll make your stomach bigger and can help. Don't worry, way ahead of you. I have peach rum punch. That'll definitely cure what ails me. I mean, it'll either fix things or I'll just keep drinking until I don't care anymore. With the help of 2Hit. Have a small twitch in your right eye, which I think is related to sinuses. Ooh. That's odd. Hopefully it goes away. And I have a 6:45 anniversary alarm. That'd be amazing. I did not realize we had a > follow age command. What a clever bot this is. So, Australian, you've been around for 2 years and change. How about that? 2Hit, you've been around for 3 years, just over 3 years. How about that? Something fruity sounds like. That's what I was thinking. I figured tonight. I had a wealth of options. I could go back to the wine that I was having last night. It's a bit dry. I was thinking something gin, but yeah, it's peach and rum and orange juice and stuff. Dave's one of the ancients. Eva's been around for about 3.5 years. Satellite's been around for 5. Wow. 5 years and 4 months. And Dave has been around 5 years and 10 months. That's almost the full span. That is very close. Manic, you've been around for 4 years and 4 months. Nemrin for 4 years and 3 months. Okay. Y'all are around the same time. Beth, I didn't realize it's been like 3 and 2/3 years. Wow. And right on April Fool's Day, I followed a fool. July 22nd was a Thursday. Power Hours night. That tracks. We're gonna see how long ago the Power Hours started. Good evening, Bassy. Good to see you. Wow, it's been almost 4 years for you as well. I actually followed you before you started playing Swigga. That's right. From like the Something Awful days, yeah? Because I know we both hail from that hell site. Who are you again? Nobody library, man. Go about your business. It's just another Sunday around here. It's good to see you, buddy. Apparently playing Dredge like a normal person would sends you down a track towards the bad ending. Huh, interesting. It's following you before you were streaming and just reviewing games. Well, thank you very much for that, RV Winkle. That was, I mean, that got me, honestly, a huge start on this whole streaming thing. And I have always been very, very thankful for that. For anyone who doesn't know, I mean, let's go ahead and get into it. For anyone who doesn't know, before I started streaming 6 years ago, I wrote reviews. I wrote Steam reviews and other video game reviews. I have a website. I started that just a few years before I started streaming too. Usually lurk or peek in briefly, you might not have noticed me sooner. That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, oh man. I guess since 2012 or 2013, I had been writing reviews. Mainly on Something Awful, and then I started moving them over to Steam and doing actual Steam reviews. Started a curation page. A year or so after that, I started an actual website. And then it hit me. Because at the time, I really enjoyed watching live streams on Twitch and Let's Plays and stuff. And I was like, what if I could do this right? I can play video games with a face cam and OBS. Like, maybe I should stream the stuff that I'm reviewing so people can see it firsthand if they so chose. And I started doing that in August of 2018, 6 years ago. And fortunately, because I already had folks who followed my reviews, I had a built-in audience when I started. Like our Dominic, thank you so much for subscribing for 59 months, dude. Damn. I can play video games like statue right there. I can play video games at least as well as a game reviewer. How about that? How about that? Fudge, you were streaming a Zelda ROM hack and you laughed at my bad jokes. Aw. Was that fuck, what is that one called? The Zelda 2 hack? The one that I actually like better than Zelda 2 itself? Amita's Curse, right? I think it's called Amita's Curse. I guess trick the devil ever pulled was to get people to pay attention to his opinions on video games. It's definitely one of the biggest coups I've ever pulled. It's true. I think so, yeah. That one was a lot of fun. And yeah, a bunch of people came in from that. We'll talk about that tonight as we go through these videos about the ones that the games that actually seem to get people's attention, as well as the games that seem to drive people away too, because there have been a couple of those, certainly. Good evening, Ural Nabor. Good to see you. Remember your reviews on the Something Awful Steam thread and always like reading. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I've always, I can't say regret. I don't really deal in regrets, but I always kind of wished I could have kept doing reviews, but honestly, after a few years of streaming, I realized what it was I was really enjoying. The reviews were feeling more like work, and even after 6 years, streaming does not feel like work at all. I have never in these 6 years, not once, I have never had a night where I was like, oh man, I don't want to stream tonight. Never. And I think that's particularly remarkable. I have never been faced with burnout doing this. If anything, I just keep piling more on. Like, I'm streaming every single night now. Just while my family's away. But yeah, given additional time, I just chose to stream more. So that should say something. Al Pacino's a fantastic Satan. Nice to see that movie. Something Awful Steam thread just sounds wrong for some reason. It carries with it unfortunate connotations, I think. Speaking of unfortunate connotations. So here's what we're doing tonight, chat. We are here on our YouTube archive, all 1,600 plus videos, all the VODs that I have archived from my 6 years of streaming, which is almost but not quite everything, and we'll talk about that too. My plan for tonight honestly, is just to scroll through this list, starting at the oldest videos, heading towards the present, and talk about the stuff that I streamed. Not even necessarily watch many or even any of these, but like just be reminded of what I've streamed and talk a little bit about when I did it, what I thought of it. I did add something. I did add a channel point redemption for night. It's not active yet because I wanted some time to ramble at the start of the stream. But since I mainly plan on just scrolling through the list and talking about stuff, I added a channel point redemption for 2,000 coins where you can ask to see one of these videos. If you see something that looks interesting to you and you really want to see what one of these old streams was like, you can request it and then we can take a look at it. You post the URL to the YouTube channel. I'd like to see how Omegaland ended since I fell asleep from working too hard that day. Of course. Of course. I mean, it's not live. Not right now, because I wanted time to talk. Because I knew if I went live with that option live before I even showed up to the stream, people would request some shit. The only thing I ask regarding that is that if you're gonna request something that's like on the screen or like around that time. Like if I'm talking about stuff that I did 5 years ago and you request a clip from like one of the Fallout games last year, like I'm not gonna want to do that. I turned off Become Gnome because I want to be able to talk to y'all. I don't want to do anything gimmicky tonight. I just want to hang out and chill and chat with y'all. If that's okay. Let's not keep going. It just seemed a little counterintuitive to have as a stop scrolling feature. No, I just leave that one for the memes most of the time, honestly. Anyway, I think I might have missed some chat. Yeah, what's up, Ms. Roy? I see you there. Welcome in. Also been around long enough, I've been tempted to get one of those vintage year t-shirts because I'm bitter vintage in like 20 plus years. Yeah. It's the high effort content that keeps you coming back. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know how it is. I know why y'all are here. So yeah, real quick schedule reminder, and then we'll get into it. I'll enable the option. We'll start talking about all these games and stuff that I've done over the years. Tomorrow night we're back to Wooden Ocean. I am very, very excited about that. I'm very much looking forward to it. Wooden Ocean will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Power Hours will be back on Thursday. Thursday is special. Thursday is important. We have made it all the way to the now playing section at the end of January 1994. Assuming that we can get through the rest of the magazine in 2 hours or less, I will spend the rest of Thursday's stream playing Terra Enigma, the last game from the Japanese import request that I have not gotten to. And then we'll be all evened up on those nights. And then on Saturday, we can start the February 1994 issue. Whole new host of games there. And then Friday so far is undecided. Friday is undecided, and then I am going to be streaming a week from today. The last Sunday before my family comes back. But I don't know what I'm going to be doing that night. Lurcher Spizo, good evening. Thank you very much for the anniversary. It's good to be here. It's good to have been here for the last 6 years. So let's talk about how we got here, shall we? All right, I've enabled the play the video request. You have to enter which one that you want to see, if you want to see something, but Terra Enigma really deserves a full playthrough. Well, I can't comment on that until I actually play it, because I don't know shit about that game. So, but we will see once we play it, and it wouldn't be the only thing that we've determined deserves a full playthrough from that era or genre or anything. So, okay, so the first thing, we're only a little more than 30 years behind now. I know, it's crazy, right? All right, the first thing that I have to tell you is that this right here is not actually the first ever GPG stream. There was one before that, and you can kind of tell because this one was, I think, from the 16th, August 16th. For my very, very first stream ever, I did not have VOD set up correctly so Twitch did not save it. So it is lost to the sands of time. But that's okay. Apparently it was a Graveyard Keeper stream. Apparently I streamed Graveyard Keeper 3 times, from what I can tell. The first stream, this one, and this one. Yomori looks different than I remembered. So also, back in the day, since my concept was to stream quick looks at things that I was going to review, I didn't really devote entire nights to things. A lot of these old streams from like the first year, every night is like a variety night. I would pick a bunch of stuff. I would pick an assortment of things and we'd do them. So like our second stream ever was a combination of Unforgiving and Northern Hymn and Yomawari Midnight Shadows, 2 games that I believe I was planning on reviewing for Spooktober that year. So I would stream a little look at them and then in my own time finish them and then write a review of them. And I started that in August because, for those of you that don't remember, my spooky game review series in October, I would post 1 review every single day of the month of October. And if you actually want to finish the games that you're reviewing, that means you need to start months in advance and finish the majority of them before actually getting to October. So that's what I was doing. Reminds me of that 90s movie where it stops and goes, yes, that's me. You might be thinking, well, how did I get here? What's up, Helveed? How you doing? Speaking of reviews, I saw you like Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. I love that silly thing. Yes, I finished it in 1 sitting yesterday, and I had a really good time with it. So I figured I would curate it today. Oh, I played some stuff today, but I'm not going to talk about that right now, because I want to talk about this. Tomorrow, I'll let you all in on the games I've been playing over the weekend. These years of all the playlist updated, maybe the best clips video I threatened. Hey, whenever, however, it's no big deal. So yeah, a lot of these games were for Spooktober. Unforgiving, Yomawari, Dead Secret. I guess this was a really short stream. It was only 50 minutes. And then I did some more Graveyard Keeper, and then I guess I petered out of Graveyard Keeper and started playing some other random stuff I had. I actually recognize that some of these, like Smart Cube, Need a Packet, and Neverleria, were Curator Connect games. Those are not ones that I bought myself. I've been contending with Curator Connect games for a really, really long time. I have always been getting those. It has always been a thing. It's an interesting collection of quotes. Good evening, Deep Thought. Yeah, people kind of have a theme for quotes around here. I think I posted Goblin Gang Bang review. If they hadn't rescinded the key, I mean, I could have. We should watch all these to witness your spiral into alcoholism. I mean, if you are curious, here. I will show you. Just here.
Parents might be present, but just not present in the reality that she's experiencing.
So if you're curious what my streams were like a million years ago, when I first started out, this guy.
She sleepwalk?
What's up? My God, you're so uptight. Dude, everybody is uptight when they start streaming. Like, seriously.
Yeah, unless at this point we still don't know if, you know, Yui's suicide was even real or not.
Well, also consider the subject matter here.
Or something, if it was only in her head, if it was an event out.
This was the first time I played Yomawari Midnight Shadows, and if y'all remember when we did a full playthrough of that, the intro to that is
between what's really happening and what the.
Where's the beard that I've heard of in whispers and rumors? That is later. There was a beard period.
Because like they don't really address it.
NPR voice, very mellow talking. I guarantee you, if you go back to a lot of your favorite content creators and look at when they started out,
do I get a map?
People don't really know how to emote, how to inflect when they first start doing content like this, because it's uncomfortable. It's weird. You know,
Right.
unless you come from like a broadcasting background, it's weird. It's really
People still have
weird.
spirit animals.
And yeah,
Not
it took
really
me a
up on
long
it.
time to get from that to this. 6 years specifically. You're so different. You have glasses now. I had glasses then too. You can find some with some glasses. Yeah, exactly. It's learning a broadcast voice. Hey, you have a younger brother.
You better believe I'm staying the hell away from those manhole covers.
That guy's so innocent. The dreams haven't crushed out of him yet. There's still light behind his eyes.
What's on here?
That is a man that hasn't met me yet.
It's odd. There's no item flash.
So yeah. All right. Let's go back here. Okay. So yes, that's how it was when we started out. It's one thing I hate about my apartment, thin walls, so I can't fully get into it and really project out. Yeah. Well, I mean, back then I was streaming from my bedroom in our old townhouse. And so the other folks, like my girls were sleeping like just down the hall. So I also couldn't project nearly as hard as I do now. Now I'm on the opposite side of the house. Now we're in a single floor, single family house. I'm all the way over by the garage, and my wife and girls are all the way like many rooms from here. So assuming no one else's video froze, I hope not. Everything's still green on my end. Did theater for years before I did a few streams. It was still really hard, yeah. There's an ID card required partition. Just back into the house. So yeah, all of these early streams were just playing stuff that I was planning on reviewing. Infernium was a really interesting horror game concept. It was one of those horror Pac-Man concepts before Dark Deception, Dark Delusion. I forget what the name of that shitty game is. Infernium is like that concept on a bigger, more open scale, but also sucks. It's also garbage. I dimly remember The Last Cargo as a top-down horror game, and Welcome to Handwell is one of those timeless garbage first-person horror games. What would you say was the first iconic stream? Let's keep going for a bit. I think it's coming up. But yeah. None of these really kind of capture the GPG-ness, if you will. Not yet. It's one reason I don't do these things. I don't know if I can handle being a broadcast specialist with all this technical complexity. I've never enjoyed that part. I've never enjoyed the technical aspect of streaming, especially audio. Anything having to do with audio is just a nightmare and frustrating and awful. I did Dustwind, Airships Conquer the Skies. I actually went back to this during my trip. That's a neat game. It's a pixel art 2D game where you design fleets of airships and take over continents and stuff. I remember this stream too. I remember I ended on The Last Door, and because I really wanted to show people how much I love The Last Door, and then I got fucking stuck in like Chapter 1, Episode 1, and I couldn't get anywhere because I forgot what to do and I couldn't figure it out. And back in those days, if things weren't going well, I remember getting like really nervous and being like, oh no, like everything's spiraling, everything's ruined. Like I forget what to do and I don't know what to say about it, and people are gonna be disappointed and nobody's gonna want to see this. There's a lot of neuroses you have to get over to stream, and some of it takes, yes, the dread of, oh no, I'm fucking up, yeah. In some senses, that never entirely goes away either. You just learn other ways to deal with it. This one, I think, is the first instance of me starting a game that I plan to come back to later. I started Observer, which is that Bloober Team sci-fi horror game. Glad I could help with that, buddy. Definitely don't need that kind of nightmare. There is a lot of anxiety to streaming. If you are the kind of person that is all uncomfortable speaking in front of people or a camera, yeah, I will not sugarcoat it. There is a lot of anxieties to handle. Audio seems like a land of mystery. You have to be lucky to perfect. Yeah. Well, actually, another thing. One reason I'm not playing big sections of these, for the first couple months, I had an audio issue that would slowly cause my stream's audio to desync from the video. So I think pretty much all of these old streams from like the first couple of years, or from like the first year. No, I remember I fixed it during the Evil Within 2. Because it was really bad during that. But yeah, if you watch to the end, the audio gets like totally desynced, so. Fission Superstar X, I remember playing this. This was also the first night I played The Messenger. The Messenger was the first game that I did a full playthrough. I don't think I did a full playthrough of Observer on the channel. I don't think. The Messenger I did, but The Messenger I did in bits and pieces. I did it... Basically, if you can imagine me picking a game to play for like 1 hour every Friday night at the end of whatever we did on Friday, that's how I did The Messenger. Cass, thank you so much. Good to see you out tonight. Stage fright never fully leaves. You just learn to do it despite yourself. That or take up drinking, or both. Or both. Darkwood is a game that I would love to go back to someday. And do a full playthrough of, because it's a really neat game. Also, this is one of the earliest examples of a stream that got split because of technical issues. Back in my old townhouse, there was some kind of internet issue that would cause my internet to drop for 30 seconds to several minutes at a time, which meant that I would lose my connection to Twitch and have to reconnect. Squirrels chewing the wires. Yeah, that's the problem I have here. At my old townhouse, it was some kind of existing problem in the wiring in the neighborhood that eventually got worked out, but it took years, honestly. Can handle talking. It's just the right place to talk in, and much more the horrors of technology. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, OBS makes streaming easy-ish, but there's anything that can go wrong while streaming will go wrong. I've had every kind of technical issue under the sun. I have had streams start where my microphone won't work and I have no idea why. I've had streams start, my camera wouldn't start and I have no idea why. Like, anything and everything happened. I can't curse myself if it's already happened. This one was very interesting. I don't understand YouTube. I don't get YouTube. I'm no good at YouTube. I just upload my VODs and forget this channel exists unless I need to reference something here. And frankly, I suggest everyone else do the same with it. Yeah, Fate Hunters was the first video that was actually popular. And one of the very few ones on this channel that was actually popular, because Fate Hunters was, if I remember correctly, a Curator Connect game. I got gifted a key for that before it even came out from the developers. And I played it, and it's very Slay the Spire. It is, in fact, let me pop it open for y'all, and you can see, for those of you that weren't around for this.
Went to the national tournament at Gen Con one year.
Oh, I'm talking about Legend of the Five Rings.
5 out of 3, which wasn't good enough to qualify for the semi.
But yeah, this was a Slay the Spire like, and not a terribly compelling one. It was never really. It wasn't balanced very well, very interestingly.
Right, when they die,
and I don't think it ever did really come around. What happened is, like, I was one of the first people on YouTube, period, to have a Fate Hunters video up. So when people started hearing about it and went to YouTube to see what it was all about, my video was like the only one that showed up. So I actually did end up getting like 1,000 some views on it.
Holy shit, yes.
Which surprised the hell out of me.
I actually,
this isn't my best video on YouTube, but it is close.
I have 2 huge boxes.
Guessed it on a Monster Hunter stream with a streamer I watched when I had an opportunity. All I had to do was join his Discord voice. I can handle that. Yeah, that's simple enough. What clan did you play in Legend of the Five Rings? Shadowlands.
I was a kid.
I played Shadowlands in college. It was cool in college. I probably talked about that in this video.
Actually, hang on.
But
I need to level up first.
But yeah, in college, I had a friend group and everybody played one of the clans. So we would do booster box drafts, and we knew guaranteed that every card out of there would go to somebody. Because there was at least one person playing each of them. I was one of the problem children. One time we did Streets of Rogue was the one time I'd done multiplayer since like Monster Hunter 4U. Resorting to watching other people's videos on your stream. I thought you're better than this, Oddish. I know. Especially some poor obscure nerd like this, right? I actually remember this stream, Paratopic, OK Normal. Those two games, those are like low-res, like analog horror games that I really enjoyed. This one's fucking fascinating. Paratopic's super weird. Paratopic is super weird, but I wanna show you this because I played this. Forget all my setups. Okay, that's where the messenger started. I don't want to talk about the messenger.
Equip a new weapon.
I want to talk about Immortal Unchained, a Souls-like that you have fucking never heard of because it is super obscure. And I got a key for it, and I streamed it one night, and I was like, "What in the fuck is this?" What's up, Zam? Holy junk! 6 years putting up with this. So how do you do it? Also, I realize I'm covering
in the future, but
covering my own self up right now.
Interesting that default straight to confirm.
I still have a bunch of these shirts too.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, this is like a sci-fi roguelike.
Saving apparently
that's
restores
more like it's
everything
gun based. It's gun focused. It's a different look. 6 years ago. Well, like 5 years and 10 months ago. Something like that. But yeah, I've done a lot of living in those 6 years.
So yeah, I definitely will be moving.
You think you saw someone play this before? I am shocked.
I'm tired of this completely.
I am shocked.
I did want to mention. So, assuming.
But yeah, this is a weird game. This is a really weird game. It's kind of sort of Warhammer 40K-ish.
I actually
a bit.
Got a great plan. This is great. Run as hard as we can.
This is Dead Space's Dark Souls.
Good job, Lock On. Oh, there's another guy there. There's another guy. Oh god. Heal thyself. Okay. And mount.
Some things never change. One Piece t-shirt, the more things change, yeah. When my wife came back in May, she actually brought me a new One Piece t-shirt to enjoy. Yeah, this is a weird ass game. Not particularly good.
Take a knee.
But interesting. It is. It is an interesting one. Honestly, I can see the appeal of this. Sees an action game with a stamina bar as a Dark Souls. No, look seriously. If you watch that video, if you watch other videos about it, it is a Souls-like. It is such a Souls-like. It's just a Souls-like with guns instead of swords and shit. But yeah, it is balanced exactly like a Souls-like. I tried to mention this the other day. I was actually bored and looking for games to play after Baldur's Gate 3, and I read like 30 of your curator reviews from years ago. Found a lot of cool stuff. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I have curated almost 1,000 games on my Steam curator page, good and bad, and they are marked as such. So, yeah, it's there if you need it. It's there if you need suggestions. I got loads of them. So yeah, I think at this point I was like, okay, I want to play more of the Messenger, but I'm tired. I think probably at the end of this stream when we did like the third night of the Messenger, I was like, should we just do the whole thing? So then I started doing full nights of the Messenger, which is good because it needed 2 full ones. Another night of garbage indie horror. September 1999, Rise of Insanity and House of Evil. I think all of these are bad. Deep Sky Derelicts is a really neat game that unfortunately gets very repetitive. It's like sci-fi Darkest Dungeon with Hellboyish art. And I really like it, but I've never been able to stick with it because it does get very repetitive. This is also the earliest example of Cube Escape on the channel. I've done a number of the Cube Escape Rusty Lake games. I also did Concluse and Shadow Fear Path to Insanity, which I bet absolutely sucked ass. Got out of the game right when I convinced you to play Steriden and you were considering a review of it. Kind of boring. I had the same problem, yeah. And it's unfortunate. It's a neat setup for a game. It just didn't really pan out. The beard is starting. Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah. Yep. This is the start of the beard era. So happy Cube Escape got a Steam release after Flash died. Me too. I'm glad a lot of those Flash games. Eventually, one of these days, I'm gonna pick up the Submachine games on Steam, because I've heard good things about them so often. I did a night of Megaquarium, and It Lurks. We talked about It Lurks Below yesterday, I think. So if you're curious about that, that's where that is. I was just basically the anti-Riker because he's better without the beard. And then here, I had forgotten about this for the longest time, but the first really big game that I did a full playthrough of on this channel was actually The Evil Within. And it was like the second game that I did a full playthrough of after The Messenger. And that one was long too. That one was really long. I was still doing other stuff in between. I think I was only doing one night of The Evil Within a week. When I started out, I only streamed 2 nights a week. I streamed Thursday and I streamed Tuesday and Friday. That was it. And I think Tuesday was my full playthrough night. That's when I played Evil Within 2. And I think Friday was variety night. I think. Unfortunately, no Evil Within 3. Unfortunately, Evil Within 2 is so good. It is such a great game. Boring isn't really more boring than Dark. Oh yeah, way more boring than Darkest Dungeon. If you think Darkest Dungeon is boring, Deep Sky Derelicts will kill you. And it's unfortunate, but that's the truth. What's up, Sacrificial Toes? Good to see you tonight. Glad you're here. So yeah, I actually did do a full playthrough of Grey Dawn in one night. This game was fucking bonkers. I remember that. And then we did a variety night, All Hallows Eve, The End. World of Horror. I played like the early access version of World of Horror, and a real brief look at Stray Cat Crossing, which keeps coming back to mind now and again. Looked at Payne's Creek Killings. Dark Deception. I hate that game. Never mind. Between the Stars, AI War 2, Change. I decided to play all of Dead Secret Circle on stream. That's a neat game. I remember this one, Sagebrush. I did a full playthrough of Sagebrush one night. I can't remember if I got the key from the developer or if I bought it myself. And the developer actually came out during like the last like 20 minutes or so of the stream and talked a lot about the design of the game and stuff. And that was really cool. I don't think it's boring. I was just using it as a baseline in case you thought Darkest Dungeon was boring. No, Darkest Dungeon is one of my favorite games of all time. And even saying that, Deep Sky Derelicts was boring. So, I see Monolith. You sure do. What is Monolith called now? I know it had to change its name. But yeah, I want to say I did a couple nights of Monolith, but nothing approaching Star Providence. Thank you. But yeah, nothing approaching a full playthrough. Time Spinner. What'd you think of Time Spinner? I really like Time Spinner. I did not do a full playthrough. I did not stream a full playthrough of it. I did a full playthrough of it in my own time, and I really liked it. And I would not mind playing it again. It is good. I liked it a lot. Let's see. Apparition, Clean Suit, Lakeview Cabin Collection, Daily Cathonical. This is a pretty good night. Apparition is trash. It was an early access ghost hunting game that I don't think ever got finished. Clean Suit is a personal favorite of mine. Lakeview Cabin Collection is a game that I would love to go back to someday and actually beat the scenarios in, because I don't think I've ever beaten any of the scenarios in it. And then Daily Cathonical is a personal favorite of mine. Yep. I wanted, back in these days, back when I first started streaming, I wanted to show people games that I loved, that I thought were super cool, and that more people should know about. And that is Clean Suit and Daily Cathonical to a T. I love that time travel Metroidvania is a full subgenre now. Yeah, it wasn't when Time Spinner came out. I think that was one of the big notable aspects of it, alongside its gorgeous pixel art. You played that so much you could beat it on hard? Holy shit, I think I only beat it once or twice, but it was fun. Also, I'm just now noticing I played the first Hitman World Assassination a long time ago. Like, I remember streaming Hitman and Hitman 2, but I thought they were more recent. But apparently I did that very early on. I did a Night of the Colonists and Wuppo. Did I? We'll see later. I'm trying to remember if I streamed a full playthrough of Wuppo, but I don't remember. A little Monolith, please? Absolutely. No problem.
Been less about than Monolith.
Let me see where does this start?
Down shooter style roguelikes. I'm a huge fan of Gungeon.
What do you think of Hitman as writing? I loved Hitman and Hitman 2.
You know what?
Only reason I haven't picked up Hitman 3 is because I haven't been in the mood for it. Who's this guy? Beardish! Do y'all remember Beardish? Of course you do.
Full controller support? Of course it has keyboard support. I'm gonna try mouse and keyboard for now. Alright, well this already looks super cool.
Oh, so this is the first time I ever played Monolith. This is me playing it blind. I might have started tuning in around here with Monolith and Slay the Spire. Yeah. I saw Slay the Spire on there too.
Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to. This must be weird for people.
Touch the beard, dude. If you have a beard,
horror games.
If you have a beard, there's no way to resist.
Because we were doing that for 2 or 3 months straight.
Hitman did a lot with a guy who's literally a clean slate blob. Yeah, very much so.
To rooms I've already explored.
Very much so.
Cool. All right, well I guess we ain't going that way, huh?
I am literally playing Slay the Spire.
Yes. Ooh. Select a room in map screen, teleport from anywhere.
Come on. Yeah, he figured it out. He did it, chat.
Of course it is. Left shift bomb. Boom. Good luck. Thanks. I guess I will need it.
I also can confirm if you have a beard, you will touch it. Yeah. I think... Let's see. When exactly was this?
Hello. Oh. Oh, it's like me.
This is November 8th, 2018. I think we did a Movember thing at work that year.
Eventually.
So I think I grew the beard for that and then ended up keeping it.
Okay.
I actually won. It was a contest and I won.
Ooh. I'm not great at
the contest at work was to
mouse
be clean shaven and take a picture of your beard
if
on
I'm really sucking at it,
the first, and then at the end of the month take a picture, and they would whoever had like the greatest beard growth would win a prize, and I won. This is in fact okay. Look. We can actually confirm this. We can actually go back and confirm this. But this is 8 days of beard growth.
He exploded all over the place.
This is just over 1 week worth of beard.
So, I guess those are just warning lights. Cool details.
I know, right? I think it's very. I think the folks at work were saying that too. They were like, "Oh my god."
Yes, I can. Oh, I love it. You dashed it. That's so cool. I'm pleased by the simplest things, really.
I'm still pleased by the simplest things.
But I mean, that's...
Should we confirm? All right, hang on. Hold, pause. Hold up 1 sec. Okay, so if that was the 8th. Where was this? Okay, no, that can't be the case. Was it? Maybe the contest was over like from like October or something, because it seems like
doing here.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely beard growth. Oh, okay.
Below.
Yeah, I think we actually did it.
So I'm curious, did you guys
We must have done it over the course of October or something.
The joy of these roguelikes is getting into them and finding out all
Which makes sense because this is actually fairly well kept, and
you know,
it would not have grown in that way. So this would have been after a month of beard growth and then like trimming it and maintaining it. So
all little candle skulls. Okay, so I guess that needs a key.
Beard's oddest who grows 20 feet of beard per day is a statistical anomaly and should not have been counted.
Also, I think I forgot to say hi to Alice.
I actually want an Amazon gift card for that.
And hi to everybody else who hasn't popped into chat yet. Oh.
Hi, Past Oddish. Hope you're doing good.
I guess it's an upgrade. It didn't look like a good thing.
Oh, another thing.
Teleport when dashing sounds incredible.
Another thing about these days, I did not have a proper microphone. You can see that because there's no microphone in front of me, and the camera's pulled back out further too. I was using the microphone built into this Logitech webcam, which is why everything sounds kind of like hollow and tinny.
I find roguelikes are actually a really good way to relax.
I'm not sure how long after this it was I got my first microphone, and then this is my second.
Really stressful.
Talking to a cup and string, yeah, it's obvious, isn't it?
It just
it's
like,
obvious.
You know, it's just a do-over.
So yeah,
it means I get to enjoy the game all over again.
Enjoy the game all over again. Voice sounds very different. Yeah, part of that is the microphone. Or the lack thereof. And the other part of it is just being younger. Excuse me. All right, so that was that. Okay. So let's see. We did Slay the Spire. We did a full playthrough of Lovecraft Quest, I think, because that was really short. Card Quest. Beacon was a neat game. I got a key for this from the developer. We were doing a lot of roguelike stuff at the time. I do not have this. There we go. Part of it is years of abuse to your vocal cords, I mean. I have to imagine doing presentation style stuff like this probably has some kind of effect on your voice. I have to assume. We did Everspace. So early on, I did what I called marathon streams, which were 8+ hour streams. And this was I think I only ever did 3, if I remember correctly. But the first one was a roguelike marathon. And I don't even remember what we did for this. Obviously, Slay the Spire. Okay, so we started on Monolith. Okay, started on Monolith. Did some Downwell. Downwell is one of my favorite roguelikes of all time. I fucking love it.
The predominant
and I think
if you hit them from above, you'll lose.
Oh, I beat it. I actually beat it on stream, which is cool. We did some Slay the Spire. I was eating lunch at the time. We actually have an old clip from this of me doing something incredibly stupid during Slay the Spire.
See, I'm still thinking of
despite that, I still won the run.
Had like ridiculous card draw.
We did Tower Climb. Tower Climb is a really fun game that I'm awful at.
I got something cool.
Stepped away for a second because I thought I heard about Mega Crit doing another game. I died a bunch doing that.
There's the witch.
We did some more Everspace.
If I need any tips, he pointed me to their Discord, so.
I want to play Everspace and Everspace 2.
But I'm gonna make the effort to really get into it.
And then, ooh.
Taught me how to play Beyblade, and I actually play it with him every time I visit him in Japan now, and it's.
I love Dead Cells, and I spend the rest of the time. I spend the rest of the time playing Dead Cells. Yeah. This was before. Yeah, this was before the advent of Captain Chicken. For those of you that know.
Oh, keep me.
But yeah, 8 hours of roguelikes, chat. Can you imagine us doing that now? Can you even imagine? And then after that, I did more. I did a night of Cogmind. I believe the developer showed up for this one as well. I did 868 Hack and Unexplored. This was a indie game variety night. Anyone else hear about the sequel? Because I feel very, with the cinematic being 4 months ago, it was very quietly announced. Do you mean Everspace 2? Because I believe Everspace 2 was rather warmly received, because it, yeah, it dropped the whole roguelike concept and just went for like open space adventuring. I'd be concerned for your health if you did 4 hours. I did 1 night of Heat Signature and Ziggurat. I love Ziggurat. I did 1 night of Ancient Domains of Mystery, some random bullshit. I did Hack a long time ago. I still don't know what's going on in this game. More Slay the Spire. Stormworks Settlement, Forward to the Sky. Ha. Chat. This is our first ever retro console night. So, back when I got started streaming, I thought it was a Slay the Spire 2. I didn't even know there was a Slay the Spire 2. There's a Slay the Spire 2? Because I might be in the exact same boat as you, Beth. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, when I started out, I thought it was a standard thing to have like sub goals. So naturally, I set up sub goals for my channel. And one of the earliest sub goals, well, I don't even remember what the number was, but if I hit a certain number of subs, I would add a 3rd streaming night. And it would be on Saturday, and it would be retro console shit, because I had been itching to do some of that stuff. I guess that's when I got the capture card for my computer after I hit the sub goal. And I originally hooked up my actual systems. Yeah, 3 whole nights of streams. Can you imagine? Tuesday was playthrough night. Friday was indie variety night. And Saturday was retro console night. And the first one of those I ever did was Zexes. Because Zexes is a game that I feel like very few people know about, but I personally love. And apparently after beating it, I had time to play some Mario and Mario 2. Even. Very quietly announced I expect more people to be talking about the trailer, early access 2025. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that at all, but yeah, I'm with you. I would have expected to hear people talking about that. I started a full playthrough of Celeste the week after that. I did Rain World and some other stuff. I have never clicked with Rain World. Hate me if you will, but I can't do that game. My second ever retro console night was Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Vaguely recall seeing a few mentions of Slay the Spire 2 somewhere at some point, but not a lot, yeah. Maximo Ghost of Glory. Man, this game beat my ass when I went back to it. When I had it as a kid, I beat it. I actually beat this game. Going back to it, streaming, I got my ass toe up. Just fucking ruined. Rain World was curious, not sure if fun. Rain World is exactly the kind of game that I am primed to love. I love games with that kind of look and feel and concept and aesthetic. I can't play it. I fucking hate the way that game plays. I hate everything about its systems. It really is. I really should just like watch somebody else play it. It is the quintessential game I should just let somebody else play for me. Oh, you want to see how I did in Maximo? So do I. I see Bubsy. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Fine.
So
Fine,
this was before I had any kind of special setup
it didn't even occur to me
for doing retro console stuff.
I guess maybe that was worth it.
This was
Unless we actually get far enough in the game to see silver shields for sale.
This was through a hacky RGB. No, RCA. This was through a hacky RCA connection to my PS2. My original PS2. The one that died. This one. My old,
I'm not
fat,
gonna risk
dead
it.
PS2.
I don't-
We are playing this on this.
I want to deal with the possibility. Oh, that does. Oh, Christ.
Rip Fatty, yeah.
Not cool at all. Oh, I lost my
It had been on its last legs for a long time. I mean, it didn't even run quite right when I was in college. Guy refers how the fat PS2s are gold. I took it to a used game place. Yeah, I took it to a used game place that did console repairs, and I asked them if they could fix it, and they were like, basically wouldn't be worth it. Because what happens to those is the laser that reads the disc is on its own like motorized mount.
Okay, it's right there.
And that can become like misaligned, and the motor in it can die. And if that happens, you can replace the motor, but it is virtually impossible to get the laser realigned correctly. So trying to refurbish one of those is a total crapshoot. Dude told me it wouldn't be worth the money.
From the piece that I got. Wow, this is just...
Oh my god, Otis, something is attacking your face. Yeah, they got like purple skulls shooting out here, and then the skeleton guys. See, he got me.
And then he has the.
But I'm not the only one under a rock, spoilers. Probably just cinematic teaser. If you search it up or go to Megacrit's website, you find it easily. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
If you downstab those still glowing fire. Oh, you get a lot more fireflies. If you just swing at them, you get
Yeah, this is a neat game.
God damn it.
It's hard as fuck. It is really, really hard. I underestimated how hard it was returning to it here.
Is just stupid. Like,
yeah.
If I was paying attention.
And then your slim ones started to glitch too. Oof.
Taking as much damage.
Slim ones, I think, are much hardier. I think they're designed in a much more intelligent way.
So yeah, if I whack this, I get 2 fireflies.
Oddly enough, is my PS2 Slim that's dying. The 2 launch consoles we have in the house are still fine. That's crazy, man. That's really it's very fortunate. I'm happy for you.
Those fairies did.
Fun fact, the Maximo team were the guys stuck with doing Final Fight Streetwise. Oh no, seriously.
If you got this game with no manual, did you ever fix...
Nah, absolutely worthless, not worth repairing. Don't worry, I'll give you $5 to take it off your hand. Where is clothes? So this is a spiritual successor to Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. Sir Arthur and his heart boxers. Yeah, when you get down to your final bar of life up there, armor comes off.
You know what?
Down in your skivvies.
Just big fat note.
Was it a hit back then? Kind of surprised they didn't do more with the franchise. They did a sequel that I never played. I don't think the sequel did well. That's probably what ended up ending it.
I believe it does. Oh my god, I almost did the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's not as rude as a Ghosts and Goblins, but it's still very hard. I wouldn't mind revisiting this sometime, chat. If y'all would like to see it. It's a neat game. Probably heading to bed soon.
Okay.
Well, you get yourself some rest then.
Instantly if you land in lava. Great. Okay.
You should take it easy and rest up and have a lovely evening. You eventually see Final Fight Streetwise. I heard decent things about it. Maybe. I'd have to be in a brawlery kind of mood. But yeah. What else we got? Continuous Celeste. Oh god, I actually did stream a little bit of Sundered. I would love to do a full playthrough of Sundered on this channel sometime. We did the Resident Evil 2 demo. Alright, so you want to see... You want to see everybody's favorite, do you?
Okay. So that happened. When he bugged out there, I think that's the game's way of telling you that you're gonna die from fall damage.
It's the game's way of telling you to stop playing!
Doing what you're doing.
Young otters, save yourself!
I think you can glide.
Played a fair bit of Sunder, it's alright. I got to like the last, or the final, or next to final area, and just stopped playing, but I liked it a lot.
5 years ago.
God.
The controls are an inexplicable mix of like stiff and floaty.
It's inexplicable, chat.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're not kidding you.
You're gonna be hearing a lot of that.
No, okay, look.
Both are you kidding me and what could possibly go wrong. I think he says different stuff for different stages though, I hope. Maybe Jesus Christ. So anyway, how are you
look,
guys
I own
doing
this game.
today? Or how were you doing before we started doing
This that you are watching right now is before I got my EverDrive. Any retro console shit from this era is the actual cartridge.
Isn't there like 20
So
of them or
I
something?
am playing this right now because I bought this. I rented Bubsy when I was a kid and played it, and for some reason remembered enjoying it. So when the used game boom happened, I picked up a copy for probably like $10 or something. And I played it. I played a lot of it as a kid. I got really far in it as a kid.
Not today.
And then when I returned to it here, I was like, wow, this actually sucks pretty bad.
Oh my god, I did it.
Yeah, I liked
supposed to
it.
spin
I liked
fast
it
and
as a
more
kid.
balls pop out of it.
How much you pay for it? You overpaid.
This game's pretty
I
bad.
know.
Because, like,
Definitely enjoyed it as a kid.
you didn't need to.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, like, things hit different as a
I'd
kid.
rather you hadn't.
Like, things just are... You have more patience for bullshit as a kid. I like, look...
Nintendo Power's fault that I was into this game as a child. I think, like, because, you know, they would print the maps for different games and stuff. And sometimes it would end up looking really cool.
I made myself snort.
And, like, I was... Oh, no, okay. Like, I
Enjoyed
like
as a kid, I do
exploring
remember
games,
those
right?
controls being
Back
wonky.
in
Not
the
saying it was
NES
amazing, we had fun with it.
SNES era, that wasn't really a big thing. Like, you didn't get a lot of games where exploration was like a huge deal. And then with on the Super Nintendo,
He's not wrong.
you started having all these games that had like really, really wide open levels.
This is Beardish, yes.
So, like,
this is the legend of Beardish.
it's Sonic that tries to be funny, making you suffer.
But yeah, we've got Bubsy here, and
I'm committing to an hour of this. Oh god. Okay.
I committed to an hour of this.
What have I done? Also, what have I done?
So yeah, we did. Let's see.
Standing there.
Did I have trouble with the bosses in this? Let me see.
Super Nintendo, a lot of them had surprisingly open maps as well. Like Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Right hand to
I don't know
God.
if you guys ever
I
played that
actually
one, but,
enjoyed
like,
Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally when I was a kid, and I got really far in
it. Had
it.
these huge. Oh, it's a boss. It had these huge
So
wide open
now
maps.
I can't explain it. I can't tell you why. I don't know why.
Well, there's some amazing graphics, and suddenly I'm dead.
More like a bridge too short.
As opposed to the amount of Bubs you've now played, it should be enough to get you committed. By the low-res small image with Beardish with glasses looks so much like an IRL friend of mine is low-key weirding me out.
Huge levels. Just like
Don't worry, those days are long behind me. Every once in a while, I'll pull my wife to see if she'll let me have the beard again, and she's like, nope. Nope. Another thing about these old retro console streams,
More like a bridge too short.
I didn't have the screen proportions right. So this is, I don't know if y'all have noticed, this is actually much more stretched out than a Super NES game should
even
be.
the music tracks
It
there.
should be 4x3.
Like the boss music track,
And it's
is
clearly
just,
not.
It's just straight up at a higher volume.
Yeah. It took me a depressingly long time to realize that too.
Twice. That was
Like
it.
I think it was
Jesus.
it was after I got my AVS.
You know, come to think of it, I may
It might have been
be
after I got my Super NT. I finally realized
using
what I was
the
doing
maps
wrong.
In... I may need to write that down.
Wives and wife both start with W. I have the exact opposite issue. My daughter has told me in no certain terms if she'd disown me if you shaved my if you shaved yours off is what I should say. My kids like it. My kids would like me to bring back Beardish, but not my wife. And she overrules them.
You never know, man.
Hey, whatever blows your hair back.
Are you Abraham Lincoln? I could be someday.
Yeah, I remember the fair levels.
He remembers the fair levels, Chad. We don't need to relive the fair levels. But the other thing,
I don't know why
this was not solely a Bubsy stream. I went straight from an hour. Oh, I did actually make it to the train. How about that?
So what do you think? What do you think is the intended way to tackle this particular section of the level? All right, you got these dudes you can spring off of. If you jump down here,
I actually figured this out.
Okay. So if you
The
jump
fair
down
levels
here
one
very carefully,
step above 4.
just far enough to reach
We did Bob after this.
on A.
And I think I totally did.
Right.
I totally did an hour
Bob
of
has
Bob.
an arm that
If you can
pops
believe
out
that
of his
shit.
head that lets him grip pipes.
Did I actually fight the boss? Oh no! 6 years on, and we still made this past the set
sound is
levels.
him screeching to a halt.
You know what we did at the end of this?
I've got him running. There are. Sweet Jesus. This ought to be good.
Oh wait.
I
I didn't...
Yeah, I see that. Like the final stage of the game.
Yeah, somebody looked up the password for the final stage of the game. Even then, even back
level, yeah.
in that first year, chat had my back.
No.
Oh, I went back too far, I think.
No.
I was gonna skip that.
My date. Yeah, I see that. Oh wait, this is for the actual literal end of the game.
I didn't even realize what I was getting.
This is just a note. This is after you find a bunch of
Is that
replacement
your back
cars
still
and
mostly?
crash them
Sometimes with a knife.
all. Look at Dream Girl, here I come.
This is what we're missing out on because of my poor Bob playing skills.
Ed's Restaurant. Where have you been? You're late. That's the girl for me. Wow, what a dick.
I was just thinking the same thing, past self.
Also, Dad Asco.
Also thinking the same thing, past self. And then after this, we play Plock.
There'll be trouble. I'm coming
So
to get you.
try to put the caked up robot out of your mind
As you might be thinking.
and enjoy some Plock. Actually, I'm just gonna skip to the boss theme because I
This game is
fucking love the
pretty
boss theme. This game is pretty
It's
neat,
gonna have
past
some
self.
asshole moments.
It does have some asshole moments, past self.
That's why I've never beaten it. But overall,
Here we go.
it's much more interesting. All right, here we are. My grandpappy warned me about you.
God, you can barely read
never
the text
get
the way this is all
flagged back.
stretched out and fuzzy.
We'll stamp you out for good. Keep grandpappy in mind.
Too late.
Ow.
Some physical copy of Plock, I definitely never got around to beating it. It's really hard to beat. It is really, really hard. Movie self share pass off? Sure, why not? I mean, I wasn't exactly doing
I
anything
remember the
exciting.
boss fights in this game taking a lot of effort. They're kind of chaotic. Shit. Okay.
Oh, it's just failing. Favorite part is when it looks at its blocking time and blocked all over those guys. Oh, it's his younger self is still old. Let's see, I would have been, let's see here.
They didn't bounce when they
36.
hit them. It's gonna be a lot easier.
I would have been 36 there as opposed to 41
damn it.
now.
I like the boss music though.
I do like the boss music though. It's great boss music.
Damn it.
No, I'm actually going to fail, so.
Shit.
Shit. Alright, sorry past Oddish. Let's go back to the list. Let's talk about some more stuffs. Let's see if we can make it through some more. Nothing else you can at least say you've gotten better at Plock with age. That's true. That is true. I can get to other bosses. We did an entire night of Bad Mojo Redux, which is a really weird-ass game. I did an entire night of Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2, which is a really cool game. This is also where I started playing Super Mario RPG, the actual cartridge on the actual console. How much is Spark? I think I beat it. Yeah, because I started it. This is like the third installment of it, and then the fourth is down here. So I'm pretty sure I beat the original Spark the Electric Jester on stream. Oh my god. This is where I started Super Mario RPG, and this is where I started Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 was until Dragon Quest Builders 2, the longest series I did. Yeah, Bad Mojo is the cockroach game. The weird FMV cockroach game. I did one night of Cuphead. That was fun. I got to like the penultimate boss in this. This is my night just saying the names of games I like as they show up on stream. Yep, that's what it's here for. That's what it's here for. I did Wargroove. This I remember actually being one like a really popular stream when I did it. Wargroove, Sunless Skies, and then Earth Atlantis was just a random thing I had. But Wargroove and Sunless Skies had both just come out, so I got a bunch of viewers just from doing those. Another variety night. Flora's Jelly, Seraph, Monochroma, Aura of World, Superfires Deluxe. I barely remember any of those. Lost in Vivo, Tormentum, Party Hard, and Siak. I can't remember that. Oh, this was the first time I played Environmental Station Alpha. 5 years ago. That's how long it took me to come back around to play it. Do a full playthrough. Did it have a good ending? Debatable. You play a real piece of shit in that game, so it's kind of weird on that front. I have not looked back in on this game since I streamed it. Pray for the Gods. Kind of curious how that turned out. Ooh, this one, Devotion. So Devotion was an interesting one. So Devotion is from Red Candle Games, the Taiwanese game studio that made Detention, and then Devotion, and then I can't remember if they've released their next game yet. But yeah, I got it when it came out. I did a full playthrough of it. It was amazing. It was one of the best horror games that I had ever played. It was an incredible game. And then, like, a matter of weeks later, it got blacklisted. It got delisted from Steam. It got vaporized. So this ended up being one of the few Devotion videos, at least this early on YouTube. So that was interesting. Yes, Devotion is the one that got them ran out from Steam. Liar Princess and the Blind Prince seems interesting. You should check out the VOD for this one. It is an interesting game. We did do a full playthrough of it. I just had to break it up a bit. The rest of it's down here. Yeah, we started Yoku's Island Express. This was another game that I started doing little bits of every Friday night after the initial night of it. And I mean, I'm glad we got through it, but I know now that is not the way to stream anything. We did Bloodstained Curse of the Mood when that came out. We did All Was Awakening. Oh, I did Faith 2 when that dropped. That was cool. I've always been a devotee of the Faith games. Played Liar Princess. I think is the weakest game, that little series of puzzle platformers from Nippon Ichi. I liked it. I didn't think it was amazing, but I definitely enjoyed playing it. Oh shit, chat. We got some interesting stuff here. Around this time, I was playing a lot of Vermintide 2 in my free time. I was real big into that game early on, and I did one night where I kind of showed why I liked it so much. I also did a little bit of the Hex that night. And then right after that, we did our first PlayStation Underground. So the way this started is one of our regular viewers at the time sent me a PlayStation Underground disc to do. And I threw it on one night, and it was a blast. We had a great time doing that. We played all the demos, checked out all those special features and stuff, and it was really, really cool. So I did like 1 or 2 more of those. Yes, it was a demo disc that came with the official PlayStation magazine? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, there was some very, very interesting stuff on those. We had a really good time. Unfortunately, I stopped collecting the discs, so I think I still have 3 or 4 of them, but they'd be the ones that we streamed. But yeah, those were a lot of fun. I did come back to Fate Hunters again. I don't remember if this was its full release or not. Probably not. I did One Finger Death Punch 2 when that came out. I did a whole night of Baba Is You a long time ago. I streamed one night of Baba Is You, and then I played it on my own. But yeah. I did 2 installments of Sekiro when that came out. I believe I was gifted Sekiro from a regular viewer, for which I will always be grateful. And a bit regretful that I didn't do the full playthrough of it. But yeah, this was actually a daytime stream. I think I had the day off from work or something, and my family was out. Yeah, one day there will be a full Sekiro playthrough. One day. But yeah, I did only 2 nights of that. I did 1 night of Yoshi's Crafted World when I got that. Sorry, I keep forgetting y'all aren't seeing quite as much on your screen as I'm seeing on mine, so. Also, I think this was this must have been the period in Yakuza 0 where I was like just like maxing out the cabaret stuff because I liked it so much. Sekiro Oddish plays twice. We did a day of Risk of Rain 2 multiplayer. That was really cool. Hypnospace Outlaw. I don't think this is where we started that full playthrough, but I did do a full playthrough of Hypnospace on the channel. I did 1 night of Katamari Damacy because it makes me motion sick now. Very regrettably. I did 1 night of Nova Drift when that first launched. Star Traders Frontiers. I did a night of Cybernator and Metal Warriors. 2 Super NES mech games I really, really like. Nova Drift! That's right! Nova Drift is getting its full release tomorrow, isn't it? Isn't it? I was thinking about installing that today to play, but yeah. Back here. Any day now. There we go. Steven Sausage Roll.
Stream tests.
I got my microphone.
I tested a whole bunch of different games. The games we're playing tonight, I had no troubles with. But some of the other ones that we've been doing last week gave me troubles specifically. So that's going to require some more testing.
I think this is when I was trying to figure out what was going on with my internet troubles, and I thought it was actually the games we were playing.
Than I do normally, just to see what kind of effect that has.
I remember
running pretty much fine.
What was that?
I just jinxed it by saying that. So
yeah.
Anyway,
totally accurate battle simulator.
Tonight we are looking at
was like I was convinced that game was actually causing me connection issues because it was so chaotic. And I was wrong. But at the time I was stressing out real bad trying to figure out what was going on.
Heavy Bullets, which came out a long time ago, and will be I've never actually gotten around to, and we'll be doing Enter the Gungeon, since it just got its final update.
Enter the Gungeon.
Gone a lot faster once we actually have tier 2 and tier 3 subs, but they're coming eventually. Anyway, I'm tier 3 Bubsy emote, exactly. Anyway, we're gonna play Nova Drift now. This is very asteroidsy. Oh god. and I need to make sure I've got these buttons.
It's an understatement. All your hair went to your chin. Yeah.
Left trigger is
Just kind of, yeah.
pressed.
Everything just kind of went in through here and out through here. And then when I shaved this off, I was left with nothing, so.
Whoa.
You know how it goes.
So we'll see how well.
The rewards for solving the puzzles in Steven's Sausage Roll are worth the braining, but that's just me. That's another game I would like to go back to someday, but puzzle games.
There for the first time.
I kind of want to try streaming more puzzle games, but part of it is if you get stumped, if you get really stuck, sitting there and staring at it for the rest of the evening won't really help. So
Torrent deploy close range.
I feel like I would need some kind of backup or something. I'm the same way, Toast. I burn out on puzzles, but I enjoy them.
Shot and ray of bullets fan outwards.
So
Cousins used. Oh, they loved it.
I mean, we had a good time with The Witness for the most part, right,
It was
chat?
a big hit. They just
Pretty
wanted
much
to-
never finished a puzzle
My
game.
3-year-old, she was a little uncertain.
Yeah.
At first because of all the loud noises.
Yeah, I would
Once
say
she
the same.
realized that you could like drive little cars around and stuff. Cousin used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. Super depressing atmosphere. Yeah, this one was pretty jumping. It's right up the street from me. I could probably walk to it if I really wanted to, which doesn't bode well for my future. But I'll take Torrent.
I think I was
That's
talking about
cool.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that's super cool.
Taking my daughter there.
Firing reduces your thrust. Great. Oh my god.
Let's see, 5 years ago, my
guessing
older
that's
daughter
my
would have
shield
been
and
7, and my younger daughter would have been 3. So I guess I was talking about her.
Shield's holding up.
Here's an idea: the moment you burn out on a puzzle, you swap playing Burnout Paradise.
It's so different from when I was a kid because you go in there and your parents would give you a stack of tokens, right? And you'd go around, you do.
Love to see a stream just trying out some puzzle games you've been wanting to try. We could do that, yeah. We could totally do that. That would make for a great Friday night, honestly. That's a really good idea, Helvy.
Arcade game.
I mean, that's
Much later, it had
isn't
fighting games.
that what variety nights are for, really?
But then you'd also do like skee ball or.
Loop of like, I'm super stuck on this puzzle. I finally got your reward. Here's another harder puzzle. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what happened to me with Baba Is You. I got really far into Baba Is You. I think I got to the part of Baba Is You that people talk about where it like
for kids and stuff, but also
like you see the true scope of things, but shit was just so hard at that point. I kind of gave up on it.
Tickets now. Literally everything.
Talos Principle 2 is still out there. I mean, I would stream Talos Principle 1 before 2.
About running up on stage and taking a picture.
I would love to replay that game. That's one of my favorite games of all time.
This Five Nights at Freddy's remake is weird. But I thought better of it. I probably should upgrade already. Oh, I get a new body. So I think what makes Nova Drift roguelike-ish is the fact that you get random upgrades every time you level up. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, when you go into Chuck E. Cheese now, first freeze, yeah.
Internet troubles. I can see it in OBS.
Ambitious tonight.
Fortunately, as long as it didn't completely disconnect, the VOD would turn out okay, but yeah.
But we are going to be doing some experimenting.
There's getting a new body and a shield for that matter,
and
yeah.
See how much that helps it.
Scoot ahead.
Options that I have right now, I can re-roll them into something better.
Yeah, I really want to play this again.
I don't want to try.
So what I wasn't talking about earlier, and I'm still not going to talk about, but I will mention, I had a lot of time today to play some games, and I played a bunch of shmups, actually.
Oh, interesting. So D-Bat...
So I will tell you all about that tomorrow. I will tell you about the shmups I played, and also the RPG I started on my own.
Mother of God, that hurt. That just wiped out my shields. Apparently your health regenerates as well, though, which is handy. Okay.
Yeah, I did a lot of ruminating on upgrades. Is it Baldur's Gate? It's not Baldur's Gate now. I don't own Baldur's Gate 3.
Limits to drones. Higher limits to drones. Early access, yes, long way to go. Seen some streamers get monstrously ridiculous builds. Well, we'll try to get at least one of those tonight. It gets crazy. See, I think that's a smart move. I think that's what a lot of people look for in roguelikes, especially in the wake of.
What's up, Bob? How you doing tonight? Check it out. It's me circa 5.5 years ago. What do you think of that?
Your capabilities between runs vary so much, and you can get so absurd with it.
Expect you to like Baldur's Gate 3 whenever you get around. Oh, no doubt.
Nice.
I'm sure I will enjoy it. It's just
Really
it's gonna be a huge
$10.
investment.
How you doing?
of time and
Trying some
attention
Nova Drift.
when I do get to it.
And we've got
so.
the dude that did the music in chat too. So if you're enjoying the soundtracks as much as I am, you can.
Oh, that's cool. The person who did the soundtrack for this actually showed up to this stream.
Like Asteroids. Yes,
That's
it
really
is
neat.
called Nova Drift.
Welcome to Audiception.
Would gift if I could gift.
To Prime, they understood
yeah,
the assignment example.
Steam,
Yeah, I mean the way people talk about it now, it's pretty clear. All right, let us forge forth in our history, chat. We're already halfway through the evening. I don't think we've even made it through year 1 yet. So this is wild. I was surprised for a Sunday stream for you. I'm doing Sunday streams while my family is away, while my wife and girls are still in Japan. So Sunday stream tonight. And I'll do a Sunday stream next week, but after that we go back to normal, which is just not Sunday stream. Tonight's our 6-year streamiversary, so I'm going back through our oldest VODs to show people who haven't been around quite as long what I did back in the day. This was my first night with Caves of Cud right here. I think I played this blind. I think this was my first time playing Caves of Cud ever. We did Kirby's Adventure. Oh, I actually played the Switch version of that. Here's Streets of Rogue. Is this the... Hang on, I just want to see it real quick. Is this the multiplayer one? No, this was just me like dumbing around in Streets of Rogue by myself. I should have known we didn't do multiplayer immediately. Multiplayer in Streets of Rogue was amazing. Hypnospace Outlaw, where was... Let's see. I think let's go with this one for that. That was Whispers of Machine. Did we do... I think we did the whole thing of that. What the hell was I doing here? Oh, I forgot about Caliban and Boss Guard. That's right. Did I start Hypnospace or what? Where am I?
I just realized I vanished. Hang on.
Oddish, where are you? Oddish, I'm scared without you. There you are.
I'm back. Hi, guys.
Hi, Oddish.
Who didn't see my hat? I got a new hat.
I got a new hat, chat.
I found this in my closet earlier today.
Maybe covered already. What was the very first game I streamed was Graveyard Keeper. I didn't do a full playthrough of it. Originally, I did not do full playthroughs of things. The first game I did a full playthrough of was The Messenger. Wear the hat.
We're gonna be Oddish, okay. Can't pronounce that? Oh no, we're not gonna be Oddish. Put it back in your closet. What are we gonna be?
Hey chat! I got a new hat!
Who are we gonna be? Somebody had a really good name last time that I didn't end up using. What was it? Come on,
but I didn't wear the hat because it wouldn't fit on over those headphones. I had headphones, like, the earbuds were relatively more recent development.
That fit?
I used I've used these headphones for much longer time, much greater span of time.
We're okay. Okay. I want to.
Hey, Cragger, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. It's good to see you out. Hope you're doing well. Still kind of miss your beard. I still kind of miss my beard too. Yeah, it has been a long journey from there to here. Holy shit, it's a Cragger!
It's just
Cragger, everybody!
All right.
Okay, God, I thought he'd never get started. Jesus. This is a really cool game. I'm really looking forward to their next
Sorry,
game.
Dirk, too late. We're rolling.
You live in Australia now. Holy shit, dude. That's a hell of a move. I hope it's treating you well.
Don't worry. I think we can get Hippie to.
Damn, that's something.
Still. All right.
What's up, Justin Brett? Beat Islets today. Pretty good Metroidvania. Oh, cool. I should check that out.
Your passion, your imagination, your hard work.
Hear me out and play. Let's pretend for a moment that streaming becomes outlawed. What's the last game you want to stream? I have actually made something of a death pact with chat. The last game I will ever stream on this channel before retiring from streaming entirely is Eternal Sonata. I have made that promise.
I love those lavatars.
Hypnospace.
They're great.
Wife is back home as your new home now? Dude, that's awesome. Very nice. That's very, very cool. Should be safe from the pending civil war down
They
there.
really did nail this, didn't they? Even that little.
Wasn't there Doom like tying to hypnosis? No, there was
There's so many things.
the Zane.
Like
Zane
jingle
Rocks.
Thing.
They I think some of the people that worked on Hypnospace made
let's see.
a retro FPS like in the character of Zane. Like Zane made it.
BIOS when I was checking this
So
out.
it is like a super 90s as hell like what a kid from that era would think is cool first person shooter. And I never got it and I never played it and I really should have.
Thank you for volunteering to help.
So that might be something we do in the future.
Hypnospace citizens.
Okay, yeah.
I should really do that before the actual Hypnospace sequel comes out.
Several key areas.
The actual sequel is like something Dream OS, I think.
Fellow Hypnospace citizens.
There's Hippie.
I've got it wishlisted. I don't remember what it's called.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Dream Settler. Thank you, Helvy. Dream Settler. That's it.
Direct your attention.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. To that, because this was a really cool experience.
From left to right.
Hypnospace was a really fun game.
Access to
It was great for kind of
I love that. I love it so much.
yeah. Even past Oddish loved it.
The application menu.
Oh my god.
But yeah, just incredible nostalgia hit.
Your HypnoCoin balance. The restart and log off buttons. Make sure to click the log off button to save your progress and safely exit HypnoS.
How far did we get in there?
reposition.
And jump ahead. I did have a beard trade on. I had a hell of a beard too. I had a majestic beard.
Oh well, that's good to know. Thanks.
And then my wife made me get rid of it.
What is with all the quotes? A fully fledged gym we're looking into expanding once this year's budget is approved.
He had a ferret stapled to his face.
Occasionally we'll get something together for the whole family. This is kind of scary.
Really captured the culture of internet during those early days. It absolutely did, yeah. It was perfect. It felt perfect.
Listening to legally acquired rock, dirt haze, cosmic music, chocolate ice cream, and only chocolate, science fiction movies, books, mac and cheese, women, philosophy. I like how far down the list women are. Dislikes artificial boundaries, black licorice, smooth jazz, mindless drones. I'm the creative one, and Adrian is the business one. Okay. I think we'll probably get to those later. Mac and cheese women. Saw an advert for a burger with mac and cheese on it the other day. Not sure how I feel about it. I would try it. I would try the hell out of it.
Wait, what the hell is that? If y'all haven't played this game, you really should. It's so cool.
Network just keeps getting easier.
It's so
my
easy.
grandpa uses it. Easy as pie.
My kids got me into it.
With our new Hypnospace guides, you can navigate Hypnospace with the direction of
Fuck you, Dylan.
It's a real game changer.
From movies, games, and music to cars and sports, we've got it all.
Hypnospace is awesome.
We've spent over $1 billion making sure Hypnospace citizens wake up fully refreshed.
I wake up feeling great.
Why waste
So people are awake when they dream. The concept is it's like online computing you can do while asleep.
Take advantage of our 30-day no
And people like navigate it and do
couldn't
stuff in
read the
it
text at the bottom.
like via their subconscious.
Yeah, okay, great, thank you.
It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Is your combined annual household income over equal to 24,000 US dollars?
So yeah, I definitely either look, chat,
Financial
either
decision-making.
get it and play it for yourselves or watch my playthrough of it, which will be hard to do because it's spread across the ends of a bunch of Friday streams. Kind of a pain in the ass in that, but that's how I did it. Makes you want to work on your personal website now. I can't imagine why. Yeah, Hypnospace goes hard. Hypnospace is a really, really cool game. Just gotta watch out for Beef Brain. All right, what else do we do? Yuppie Psycho and Katana Zero. I really like both of these games. I finished Katana Zero. I actually never finished Yuppie Psycho, now that I think about it. We did some classic NES co-op and Smash Ultimate multiplayer. Trials of... Oh, this is when we did Streets of Rogue multiplayer. Oh my god! We took a look at the Super Star Wars trilogy, chat. I did a night of SteamWorld Quest. I don't know how familiar y'all are with that. I have it on Switch, turns out. Staring to do stuff while sleeping cyberspace pod. Yeah, exactly. Here's a night of Monster Prom, Precipice, Journey of Greed, and more Hypnospace Outlaw. Ah, Evo. Oh, this is an interesting period. So I started a full playthrough of Evo: The Search for Eden on this night. And then 2 nights down the line, I did our first Game Jam coverage. Haven't done one of those in a long time. But in the earlier years, I used to do a lot of Game Jam coverage. I would pick just an interesting game jam and let people request games off of it for us to check out. So I guess the first one we did was Scream City. The most important one we did was the Fishing Horror Game Jam. That was a really cool one. And then looks like Evo took us 3 nights, I guess, which is a far cry from the last time I think the last time we did it took 2. I did a night of Mother Gunship and Void Bastards. How crazy was that long ago? Okay, and then this was my second marathon stream, if I remember correctly. I actually did them pretty close by. I think I had them as either follower or subscriber goals, but this one was a Japanese one. So, like, real quick, I know we ended on Yakuza, but let me see what all we played.
Stop it.
I don't remember.
Stop it.
Oh, okay. So the first hour and a half was just Revengeance. Did we do all of Revengeance? Well, obviously not. Oh my god. Okay.
Maybe you do know me.
So I ended up doing like 4 hours of Revengeance, and then we did Ace of Seafood. Let's see.
Salmon, a tough fish.
These games are insane. Yeah, this is the sea life shmup.
Oh.
Get duck out because I'm already seeing a ton of these games are games I want to play eventually. Well, that's what we're doing tonight, Trade On. We're just checking out stuff that I streamed a long time ago for folks that weren't around at that time. So, but yeah, have a good one, buddy. This game is called Ace of Seafood.
You can have your allies attack.
There's actually like a whole franchise of these, but they have like very different names.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, they are weird. They are deeply, deeply weird.
Improve maneuverability by consuming stamina. Okay, but no, we still have to take down 2 mackerels to do this.
We still have to take down 2 mackerels, chat.
Alright, let's hold off on this one for now.
There's a whole system of like clearing potential nests and then like setting up new ones and then producing new units and like creating like a fleet of sea creatures.
I mean, the music's been the best part of this.
The music's been the best part. Oh, and then there's also human ships that you can destroy too.
I'm just curious. Wow, the music got really dramatic.
Think I'd like to play it. It's worth a try. It's very bizarre. It is very, very bizarre. Oh, I did eventually change to a different kind of fish.
Scale? I think it's
Here you go. You can get a little glimpse at the madness that is the breeding system in this game.
Because, I mean, there was that Barracuda reef right at the beginning that I couldn't take on.
Yeah. lionfish, searching the deep
Hey,
oceans.
Baconcopter, what's up? Do you think it's safe for me to be driving cross-country and watching stream? Does this look cool to you if you like the idea of
And then
building
yeah,
up,
this is a
a
little bit of the map.
laser-powered
Alright, play an aquarium game. I'm used to fish breeding.
fighting force?
So then after this, we played Ikaruga.
The real pro players would have been on light polarity and dodging through all that.
This might have been the last time I played Ikaruga, come to think of it.
This part's pretty easy if you just switch polarities back and forth like that.
Later
Those are
Seaman
home
games go
shots.
hard, I guess.
So you probably want to be on that polarity.
Let's see. I see myself fighting that boss many times, so I think I got my ass kicked a lot.
Hit it!
And then yes, we played Arm Joe,
Sean, that's cute.
the Les Mis themed fighting game.
I just threw Valjean at him. And it worked. Oh my god.
Arm Joe's pretty
I
amazing.
don't
Yeah.
remember Valjean from
What
the
do we
book.
do after this?
We
Oh,
obviously just weren't
interesting.
paying enough attention.
Okay.
This is cute. Oh.
I want the sprite sheet of this game. It's pretty incredible, yeah.
Wow.
It looks like an SNK hack.
What the fuck? He can grab me right out of combos. I don't think Cosette has this. Come on. No! Wrong time! Oh my god.
Oh my god. Clutch.
The police.
See, Chad, I was starting to get it. My streamer persona was starting to come out. It was starting to emerge.
We're back.
And then we played this. Unholy Heights. Unholy Heights is a neat game.
Okay.
Unholy Heights is you run a shitty apartment complex for demons, but like very
Kingdom Paradox
Japanese demons.
Yes, it is. That was the an expensive furniture for that one. I don't know what's.
Can't believe you whiffed the Valjean toss. I can, yeah. I mean, come on now.
Ladies are mermaids.
This is me we're
Please
talking
show
about.
up. Next Saturday. I mean, show up.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
little skeletons and werewolves and stuff. Yeah, Dragon Quest
Very
Slumlord,
excited
basically. Yeah,
Very, very excited.
exactly.
So we're gonna have a good.
Anyway, and then I ended that one. With another batch of Yakuza 0. So that was that. What else did we do? City of Brass, Immortal Redneck. We did one night of Super Robot Wars T. I think a viewer got this for us. Oh, hey, check that out. I did try Super Robot. I actually own Super Robot Wars. I own Super Robot Wars T on the Switch. Oh my god, I actually streamed Domina a long time ago, chat. Way before that dude had his fucked up meltdown. We did Devolver Bootleg. So this crazy ass thing here is actually a SNES shmup night. UN Squadron, Gradius 3, Darius Twin, and Alexei. Just checked when I last played Unholy Heights. It was 10 years ago to the day I'm dead. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear you were deceased. This was when Bloodstained Ritual of the Night came out, and then it took me another... God, when did we do a full playthrough of that? Last year? Wasn't this year, was it? This was also the final night of Yakuza 0. We finally finished it there. I did a night of a medieval strafe and blood. I did a night where I played Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, and this was actually the first night I ever beat the original Ninja Gaiden. This was the first time I ever beat that game. And then Ninja Gaiden 2 was just a run back. I also continued Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I showed off Noir Syndrome and Teleglitch this night. Showed off Super Mario Maker 2 and Super Mario Odyssey when I got those. We did the Demon Rush, chat. We did 3 fucking hours. This was, I think, the first Hell Night. I'm 99% sure the Demon Rush was the first Hell Night. Chat, the community conspired to get the Demon Rush for me. And I put in 3 hours of it. Ryu was originally going to be an accountant, but I had words with a ninja guidance counselor. Yes. It was forced upon me. You want to see Demon Rush? We have seriously not even gone through a full year yet, yeah. There's a lot to talk about, as it turns out. There is a lot to discuss. Is the Demon Rush bad? Is the Demon Rush bad? Chat, is the Demon Rush bad? Eva would like to know. Did you rename it? Of course I didn't rename anyone. Of course I didn't rename anyone. How did I do the intro on this? Hang on. I'm waiting for myself to show up. And of course I didn't turn my mic on. That's so perfect. That is so perfect. What I know, what a dipshit. Man, what a dumbass. True to the Demon Rush experience. Demon Rush isn't good, but I don't know if I call it bad. No, it's bad. No, it is bad. No, it is bad.
I'm so flustered by this.
Now I'm making excuses. Like I do.
Welcome to Saturday. Welcome to Hell Night. For anyone who doesn't know, a couple weeks back, I hit a big subscriber goal. Thanks to the overwhelming generosity of you, the viewers.
That is a big subscriber goal, actually.
The reward for that was one night a month.
So apparently we started doing Hell Nights because I hit a subscriber goal.
That night. So of course, naturally.
So yeah. Who's on the corner? Oddish. No, in the other corner. Oddish. No, the one that's not Oddish.
I'm too quiet compared to the game. I'll turn this down a little bit more. Yeah,
I should bring Beardus to the blue pages.
Is kind of piercing.
You look a bit like from Dusk Till Dawn, Cheech Marin.
Around in there, maybe.
All right. Anyway, let's see here.
I don't think you're gonna lose too much if the music's too soft. Okay. I know I've talked about this before. If you start something in media res, you have to hold back something. And the characters just exist to carry you through the world. Like a good story is
I think I spent the entire stream just complaining.
I can go in the house. We're lucky to have the legend Viper of Thunder watching over Earth. He shared his advanced technology with the whole planet. We're better off thanks to him. Can I check in here? I can't get past him. Also, shut up. No, okay.
So this is our protagonist, Cherry Venus.
It's such a little thing, but it's really...
This is the original Demon Rush. Only familiar with the remake.
Do I need to step out into traffic? Am I gonna die if I do this? No, I can't go. They won't even let me. That's funny.
When does the fighting start?
Me, Mr. Academia. Too dumb to killer. What? Don't deny what you did. You said your name is Kent Buckle. You killed your own daughter, asshole.
Kent Buckle.
I know what you're talking about was dangerous. I have to leave now. Let's go. Oh, hell no.
Oh, we got some fighting coming up here.
Far shot. Magic. How does this work? Oh, shit. He just murdered that dude. Okay, so that's a shield thing. How does it work? Oh, wow, you can actually pick a location on the battlefield to move to. Wait, can I just... No, okay, that was the end of his turn. I guess it uses up part of your active gauge. Oh, their gauge
bad, but bad in Roganzo way.
While you're moving.
Okay, so...
Miss. Counter. 1. Oh, you only get one.
We
time.
eventually reached a point.
Well, it returned through that other dude.
I got
I'm
stuck.
totally doing that again.
Hang on. I got stuck on a battle.
Having like a huge bonus to his speed. Like all these guys get to go twice for his once. There's somewhere you can grab. No, this is their first fight.
Yeah. So you change perspective at one point to Brooks, Crack Tackle, and Jimmy. And when that happens, you get attacked, and the battle is like virtually impossible.
Man, it is weird that that first fight went really well. All right, I can get.
It's a game where the writer just word salads all over the place and calls it mysterious. That could be a lot of games, frankly. I feel like for just how much the creator paid for the music making software, they could just paid a pre-made music library and gotten something decent. No, Demon Rush is ancient.
We'll go through them real quick.
Demon Rush is from a very, very long time ago, like before asset libraries were really much of a thing. Game where someone is called, oh, it's a Barbadia. There is, I believe, an entire country called Barbadia. So yeah, for the entire last hour of this stream, I was stuck on this fight. And there was no way past it.
Oh my god. Wah, 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 wah. See,
I believe
nothing.
I don't think it was on Xbox Live Arcade. Oh no, yeah, Xbox Live Indie Games. Yeah, it was on there.
Work under these conditions. Yep, dead. Okay, now they're blind. Oh, good. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Also, it didn't even work. Also, I think there were 2 enemies chasing me.
But yeah, it's a really bad, really tedious game.
Not a good trade for you, evil guy.
Like it is just not fun at all to play. As weird and as goofy as the writing is, it's not worth experiencing.
Okay, so it's just us and Kevin. Okay, it's just Brooks and Kevin now.
Something awful. Goons convinced him to lower price from $20 to $10. Thanks, Goons. Yeah. Think of how many more people were exposed to this game because of that.
Then Brooks has life. All right, guys. I did it. I got through 3 hours of the Demon Rush.
I know that defeated tone. I've been there. I know how he was feeling in that moment. So yeah, that was the first ever Hell stream. That was the first ever Hell Night, which eventually morphed into Community Nights. And then out of that sort of split off Doom streams and such. Let's see. This is where I start. Okay, I started a couple things around this time. I started The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories, which is a really interesting game, but I think it deeply caught all of us off guard with its story, which I don't want to spoil for anybody. All I will say is if this is an interesting game to you, you might want to look up a bit about like trigger warnings and stuff in it. Because I know it took me off guard. I know it took some members of our community very much off guard. I also started the original Final Fantasy Legend back then, using my Super Game Boy plugged into my Super Nintendo. I took a look at Anodyne 2 here. Anodyne 2 is a really cool game. I did a 100% playthrough of this after I played it here. The Missing, I enjoyed the story, but I wish that Story 51 kept listening to editorial advice. Yeah, definitely. It gets extremely heavy. We did Absolov End of Gods, which is a super cool horror game, very unique. Sonic Dreams Collection. Oh, this is actually okay. So right around here, would have been the 1 year mark. So we finished Final Fantasy Legend 3. We started West of Loathing, unfortunate. We played Sonic Dreams Collection and Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I did a fighting game night with MVC2, Third Strike, Capcom vs. SNK, and Probably King of Fighters Evolution. Final Fantasy Legend, here's where you started attending streams regularly. Yep. The beginning. We started Canarium. Canarium was a cool game. We played the Chicory Kickstarter demo about 4 years ago. I did full playthroughs of Mega Man 4 and 5 on Game Boy. Mega Man 5 on Game Boy is maybe my favorite Mega Man game of all time. Oh wow, the Blasphemous demo. Crazy to think that was only 4 years ago. Okay, so at this time, Manic, it was the Chicory Kickstarter demo, not the full release. But yeah, I wanted to know about Chicory, so I played the demo. I did Bangai-O and Mars Matrix on the Dreamcast. I did the Little Nightmares Secrets of Mod DLC. I did not do 4 Nights of Rad. This stream was like really fucked up because of because of internet issues. Chicory also gets kind of heavy. Not like the missing though. The missing hits hard. Chicory I feel like hits close to home in like an uplifting way. The missing feels like it's twisting the knife sometimes. We also, wow, this is unusual for me. I actually started Final Fantasy Legend 2 a matter of weeks after Final Fantasy Legend 1. That kind of blows my mind. And Undertale. So for those of you that don't know, I have streamed Undertale. I did that 4 years ago. It went fine. Undertale is when you finally delurked. I played a lot of West of Loathing. We were set on doing a full playthrough of West of Loathing, and then literally while I was playing it, allegations of sexual misconduct came out against the devs, and I dropped it like a bad habit. This is when we played the first Frog Detective game. Tusker's Number Adventure is actually a stream that I will always remember because I think Slow Beef raided me that night, and for a long time that was like the biggest stream I ever had. Because that was like the most people I'd ever talked to on stream. So, but yeah, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Undertale, some random indie stuff. We did an SNES Variety Night. Power Hours still haven't started yet. Oh, I did a night of Stygian Reign of the Old Ones. This is such a cool game. I would be kind of inclined to stream this again sometime and go through it with y'all. It's not a great game, but it's a very unique RPG. I did a night of Neopets. I actually thought this was more recent. I didn't realize how long ago this was. But yeah, I actually did a night of Neopets. I actually ran us out of music. That's amazing. No, I need something longer than that. Yeah, that should work. Buster, thank you very much for the bits, and thank you for the happy streamiversary. It is a happy streamiversary. I heard about the Neopets tabletop RPG. We did a night of the Final Station. That would be a cool game to return to. I did a full... I think I've done Amnesia: The Dark Descent twice on this channel. I think. This was the first time, and this would have been the first time I ever played this. I ever did a full playthrough of this game. I did one night of The Surge 2. Place for the Unwilling is a really interesting game. Afterfall Insanity. From the moment I started streaming, I wanted to do Afterfall Insanity for you all. Oh, but I didn't... Wait, did I do it here? No, yeah, I did. It was only 2 nights, but I did it. Pacifist was floated as a sure eventually. You know how those go. Wait, no. Did you do... sorry, I missed the question. No, we did Pacifist. We did do Pacifist. think... Wait, am I insane? I guess I am. I thought we did the Amnesia games more recently than this, but apparently I did the Dark Descent 4 years ago, and I also did a Machine for Pigs 4 years ago. I don't think I ever replayed those on this channel. I don't think. I did One Night of Oxygen Not Included, and I was terrible at it. Yeah, we did later Alligator. I guess this was the full playthrough. I may have developed him. Look, 6 years is a long time to stream, okay? It's easy to forget shit. I did One Night of R-Type Final. I beat it on stream. That was fun. I did a full playthrough of Metal Wolf Chaos over the course of, I guess, 3 nights. We did some Tangle Deep when the DLC for that came out. I played some weird stuff. I did One Night of alternate Jake Hunter Daedalus, The Awakening of Golden Jazz. It's a very, very interesting point-and-click adventure. We did a full playthrough of Vagrant Story, at least up until the bullshit final boss. I was gonna do a full playthrough of Dead of the Brain. I did the first night, and then I looked up a little stuff about the second half, and there's some pretty gross stuff in the second half, so I dropped it. I think Vagrant Story might have been when the Oddish finish was coined. Possibly. I think that was the first instance. This was our one soiree with Death Road to Canada, and I actually beat it. I guess I did 2 nights of Death Road to Canada. Yeah, cool it. I was wondering how you could stream Dead of the Brain without cutting out so much and then not say. Yeah, the first half is okay. There's some questionable stuff near the end. The second half is where it gets real bad, and I was like, yeah, I can't subject us to that. Frog Detective 2 came out. We did Shovel Knight King of Cards. Banner of the Maid. Banner of the Maid is a really neat strategy RPG that is just horny AF. Like, Banner of the Maid is like I don't know how else to explain it. Banner of the Maid is a really cool, historically themed strategy RPG where all of the female character models are just like porn. And of course, that's what gets requested. I'm trying to imagine playing through Sayonara Wild Hearts. I've done it like twice. I love Sayonara Wild Hearts. I love that game. Okay. I should have said anything. I think I knew what I was getting into. But since you're here, it is a good game. It is a good game. Make note.
And don't blame me for not reminding you that I have several old friends in the guards of Paris. Don't believe her nonsense, as people have been locked in prison with their husband long ago. Get out from here, you serpent.
Let's see here.
Tut, tut, this is good. If any time during battles, retreating causes no penalties. Start the game. This is suitable for first-time players. Save only once in each
I see the
battle.
character. No, you do not understand yet. I'm sorry, Mr. Alien. You don't understand yet.
Difficulty levels. That's cool.
There we go.
At this crucial moment, crucial. It's a moment of.
Yes, Beardish is over at this point. The reign of Beardish has ended.
What is in the king's mind? Can he just stay put in the palace? Yeah, he knows. He knows it's. There you go.
There's an average noblewoman right there.
What's that noise outside? The enemy is alerted and guarding
Initial
the bridge.
glimpse gives the impression it only gets worse from here.
The enemy first. Get
Same Lafayette from U.S.
no mercy
history.
to these traitors.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
There's a bunch of keyboard shortcuts up here. I'm guessing this is infantry over and water. Here, we'll go.
Come on, Oddish, do something.
Experience a standard cavalry sword. Details. God love them. Commander
Marquis de Lafayette.
National, general with great accomplishments. Move, attack, leadership, defense, arm. Okay, you can't.
Lots of
36
stats.
hit points. Standard musket. Effective against movement and attack range. Your enemies deserve no name. Comte Weeaboo. Hey, Sam Kruger. Revolutions podcast episodes are pretty good overview of the French Revolution. This is.
Shut up! Show me gameplay. God, why do people talk over gameplay so much?
It does look kind of bizarre.
Just want to see the fucking
You're not
game,
going
nerd.
For the very, very, very Final Fantasy Tactics look. Ah, okay. So you have to pick. Oh, so maybe they can hold different weapons, and then it.
Maybe
tells
the
you
opinion
how
of the
to
lady
zip
characters
it
stripped
out.
down to attacks that the boy characters have
So this dude does
have to be
the
as well.
advantage on us.
Yeah, unfortunately, equal opportunity
Oh my God, these are
objectification
actual, like,
doesn't work
regiments.
so well because of the history of
That's
objectifying
interesting.
women over men.
Dignified.
Oddish reacts to Oddish
Dignified
plays
attack,
Banner the
everyone.
Maid.
Hey, Opso, we're just getting started. This is literally the first engagement.
We were robbed of scantily clad
The moment
Lafayette.
doesn't need to be said anymore. His Majesty is in town. Marquis de Lafayette will find him soon enough. Please, English localization.
Okay, here's our
I
character.
didn't expect anything more than Google Translate. It's pretty decent coming at it from that perspective. Pauline received broken military hat. Oh, it's cool. You can actually pick up stuff off the ground.
Gameplay-wise, it's cool. Gameplay-wise, the battles are pretty neat, and there's a lot of
I should hit
crunch
him with
to
a piece
it.
of bread.
There's a lot of stats and stuff to
Huh.
compare.
Okay. Okay.
And the graphics
so I
are
guess
cool.
since it's regiments fighting, like they all still need to be in melee range, even if you're using rifles and stuff. Leclerc is her future husband. Shame he dies. Maybe not in this. Found a cool versus horror game called Depth on Steam. Isn't that one of those shark games? Leclerc. Well,
See,
just
here
like
we
you
go.
described, Mademoiselle Pauline. You have the temperament that fits this military. This Napoleon in my history books. If I paid more attention to the surroundings,
Oh, I think
should
that's
be able to
anime.
find out that area was already
I'm covering up
bombarded once by
anime
the enemy.
Napoleon
You
here.
heard it. You
think.
mentioned it. It was my wrong judgment that led to Monsieur Leclerc's serious injury.
Yep, that's
Bad
Napoleon.
luck happens from time to time in the battlefield. Don't blame yourself. I've heard your victory on the front line. You won the battle, yet with heavy casualties.
He's so handsome.
Why? You want
Well,
to hear some compliments from me?
Anime.
Although the enemy was defeated and I was exceptionally commended, I can't. It's just some kind of extremely custom shirt.
All right, there's another one of the commanders,
Bonaparte's turning into a
Rose.
protracted battle. The power of artillery will be limited if we are held off till the nighttime. Just taking
Rose
inspiration
de
from
Beaumont.
painting liberally leading the people.
The artillery
I
commander.
imagine there's going to be lots of
This
women
is,
inspired
I guess,
by that in this
standard
game.
military dress for an artillery
Rose
commander.
de Beaumont, the artillery commander is supporting
Where's
my
the other
brother's
one?
offensive. Her name
There's
alone
another one,
indicates
though.
that she's a noble, which is quite rare in the revolutionist-dominated army. Most aristocratic officers have been replaced by revolutionists.
A lot of story
Only a few
stuff.
continue to serve in the army due to the influence of the queen.
Oh yeah, after the intro,
de
you
Beaumont
go.
is the
I think you go back to
special.
Paris, and there's a bunch of like social
stuff.
stuff to do in Paris.
Play with cats.
So there's some like visual novel elements to this as well,
we're
which is
probably
pretty
gonna have
cool.
some dialogue choices and some more side story stuff.
Oh,
and then
shit, it
another
didn't
big
get
plot
to,
beat, and then
um,
after that. So, if you're here for the tactics and not the story, this one's probably gonna drag for you. If you're here for a mix of both, it's good stuff, I think.
Any other hunky
Don't you
French
dare
historical
quit before
figures?
you-
No.
Fine, play with the
There
cat
was
and
there was a
relax.
commander. I played this more on my own time,
I
and
tried
there was
to
a
make
commander
friends with
that
Black Cat
I
and
really
Salon, although
thought
the results
we'd
were not
see
ideal,
on
but I became more agile
on the
than
stream, and I guess not.
Pauline
Who
has
is
acquired a new skill.
wearing like
Speed, which increases dodge.
the absolute loosest suggestion of a shirt.
Cannot coexist with Speed Star.
Like it is like an impressionist shirt.
A few days later,
But I encourage y'all to look up Banner the Maid on your own if you're
Amazon's
curious.
Salon,
If you're
you
curious
take
about
side
that.
quests and view information such as gallery and career achievements.
Oh yeah,
Current
it's something. Actually, wouldn't mind going back to that sometime. It's hard for me to get into strategic RPGs. They take so much focus and effort. I've got a bunch that I would like to play, but they are exhausting in ways that other games are not. So, all right, let's see. I actually did a night of Ring Fit Adventure, and I think I almost died doing that. Hell Knight number 2 was Chaos Wars. This is the game with the legendarily bad voice acting. Unfortunately, Chaos Wars is a really bad game outside of that, and not in an entertaining way. It is extremely boring. So we discovered you are way better off just looking up clips of the voice acting rather than trying to get through that shitty game itself. All right, Ring Fit. I had to redo my entire setup to do Ring Fit. We do. I think hey, listen, is from that. Let's see. For 250 dragon coins, I have a selection of strange headgears. I think this is when I started doing hats, actually. There's the ones that I actually wear. I've got like a new... Yeah. I still have these hats. Like dad's son hat, right? Do you sell the Scree hat? I'm not sure. I might have taken that one off. I have a pirate hat. Yep. Because of course I do. I have a pirate hat because of course I do. I want to get like a Santa hat or something. Sorry, this game was shitty and you should watch clips of the voice acting. Chaos Wars on PS2. My daughters have this like pink princess one. I actually don't have that one anymore. Obviously enhances the experience, so we can go. Biggest difference over the last 6 years, room play. Yes. Once we moved to this house, I was able to like set things up the way I wanted. The trade-off is I could never do another Ring Fit stream because I have walls here now. I would basically need to somehow flip everything around backwards so that I could stream that way, like into the rest of the room. An entire like tracksuit that I can layer over my other stuff. So these are all terrible ideas, Oddish. You shouldn't be doing this. Options. So kill you. I see. I'm learning so much about you. Give me a moment. Okay, while they're doing that, I'm gonna take the stuff off. It's definitely been 5 minutes.
To think that he still has so much power.
Ring Fit. Okay, where? Oh, here we go. There we go.
Oh. Try pressing in on me.
Did you know people speedrun this game?
You can fire an air blast like this. Remember
that kind of blows my mind. Ended up doing Ring Fit for like a year along with a lot of biking. I wish I had stuck with it. It turned out to be a difficult thing to fit into my life. I'm actually moving myself forward. Fuck, I'm sorry I missed. Eva, you would have loved it. Wait, if I stop running... One thing I can't show you, because it's on our YouTube channel for archival purposes, but it's unlisted, and I can't show it. Monex, thank you so much for the gift sub. I did a Just Dance night 3 or 4 years ago, and that was an all-time great one. But yeah, you better believe that video got shredded by copyright claims. Yeah, I was kind of wondering how reliable this thing was going to be. It seems to be pretty good so far.
I see a door up ahead.
Oh. I saw my character look brighter from that. Apparently Just Dance has lore. That's amazing. Right here. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. I knew these guys would.
But yeah, Ring Fit's a really cool game. It's actually like a fitness RPG.
You'll have to fight against them in fit battles.
Odds are definitely against us here, chat.
No need to worry. I'm a fit battle expert. So if you're feeling a bit intimidated, just
if I recall correctly from when I played, it looks like it's not getting a great read on your jog. I think that was an issue when I was streaming it, yeah. Yeah, and your skill trees are different exercises, yeah.
This guy a smoothie blend of kale and punishment.
This is an issue cropped up for you too. Yeah, you really kind of have to high step to get it to notice what you're doing. Are you wearing a sailor hat? No, I'm wearing that pink princess one. It's just the tail is back behind me. Overhead press, knee to chest, chair pose. I ain't giving up. Hell no. One level it was almost all squats. I think my legs fell off after. Exercise correctly for max power. Bend your knees deep. Gotta go deep. Oh, check tip.
Okay, let's go. Try it with your glutes thrust back. Nice. Fantastic.
My knees are bad, so doing that many squats just hurts. Yeah, I bet. Oh my lord.
Wonderful.
Oh my god. Oddish is already struggling.
Good job. Nicely done. Very nice. Excellent.
How many do you have to do?
Great.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Great. Okay.
Yeah, this is what, like 18 squats in a row? Just for one attack in one battle? Let's keep going! Yeah, holding them was tough. Definitely. I did this for almost 2 hours, and I thought I was going to die. By the end of this stream, chat was like, "You're a fucking moron. Like, why did you do this for so long?" Level I'm thinking of is all spring jumps and swings that require the squats. I think the bosses are themed too. So like when you fight the bosses, and I'm trying to remember if no, I don't think I did. But yeah. Fun fact, according to an ergonomics book I read at the library, if you clench your butt, it realigns your spine and muscles be where they're supposed to be. Interesting. Right. Eventually, have enemies and bosses have different weaknesses, so you can't just do one type of exercise. Brutal.
I wonder how sturdy these rings are. Like, how long it's gonna take.
It's the thing where you don't want to overextend yourself. You do what you can, rest, and come back the next day. Yeah.
Sorry, my legs are getting torn.
I don't have those sunglasses anymore, unfortunately.
Those last 45 points. You're not supposed to comment.
Then slowly. Slowly return to the starting position. Be sure not to bend your lower back too far back.
Oh my god.
Forgot about the Jack redeem? Yeah, that was the other thing. I allowed for all kinds of stupid redeems that, in hindsight, I never should have done. Never.
We gotta almost be done with this.
Sticking out your butt is important for everyone, including those who are stuck sedentary a lot. Yeah.
No more monsters. No more monsters. No more monsters. Oh.
This is making me tired just thinking about it. All right. Anyway, back to the list. God, that was a fucking adventure. All right, so it was also around this time that I actually started a full playthrough of Resident Evil 2, which I know people were very, very happy about. I took a look at Hades at this point. We did something called a Mega Variety Night. I don't know what that. I'm gonna see what this is real quick. I want to see what we actually did. What was it? We did.
Requests. I've got most
Toho
of the
Luna
games
Nights.
for our Twitch subscriber requests.
We did Dune Sea.
I did buy Slime Rancher. We're not doing Slime Rancher tonight.
We're not doing Slime Rancher tonight.
I've got a couple games that I'm saving for just nights where I want to be.
Oh.
See you later, Rast. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Spirits Abyss? I didn't realize Spirits Abyss was that old. I thought it was relatively recent.
Ah, you're finally here, my wee little honey bunch. It's time for your training to begin now, sweetie.
What is this? What is this?
Master, you left. Oh.
I don't recognize this one.
Please. What's a party?
For Christ's sake, where's the title screen?
They're all up. I'm really bad about using my... Sorry. Sorry.
Tell you that audio levels are
Holy
impossible
cow,
when you stream a lot of different things. I envy people who can just stream one game forever and actually be happy doing that.
I hate that you're having a rough
Because
night
you
with this.
you find the audio levels the first night and then you're done. You got it. You're great.
Yeah,
What the
sorry
fuck is
about
this game?
For some reason. Save it light. Guess we'll just have to. No, wrong one.
Good job, idiot. I don't know.
Suit up. Follow me. Left stick to move. Oh my god, I'm a brain.
Set limiters on your game channel. Set a hard limiter at 6 decibels, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. I wasn't aware that was the thing.
So it seems like Berserk mode is just like laying on both of your triggers at the same time, but like with an increased rate of fire.
Neurovoider.
Stop that.
This is Neurovoider. What else do we do? Oh my god.
Symbol means forward. Back. Shift your thinking. Forward. Good, simple enough. sides.
By the way, if you're wondering where we are in our history right now, this is January 4th, 2020. That was the day we played Them's
God,
Fightin'
Crider.
Herds.
Don't get very far off. All you do is attack, so it works on basic defense.
What else do we play?
Automatically blocks as long as you're pulling back. Good.
Oh, shit.
Cow Heroes game looks incredible. You know,
I
it looks really good.
I actually played King of Fighters 13 this night, too.
Looks awesome.
I didn't even remember that I did that.
Really good. Like, they have, like,
Was still My Little Pony? No, that was after it was DIP'd.
Like, everybody in this game looks super rad.
Yeah. Yeah, KOF 13
Clark
looks
and Ralph
amazing.
are like... Because I like buffering stuff, and I find it easier to do with charge characters.
So close to Doomsday.
Oh, if I'd done that like a second earlier.
It's true, it is, isn't it? Okay, anyway. That was that. I just wanted to see what we actually did that night. Let's see, we're still playing Vagrant Story at this point. We started Devil May Cry 5. That's another one, like, I didn't realize Devil May Cry 5 was so long ago. And Dragon Quest Builders 2. Wow. You realize at one point we were playing Dragon Quest Builders 2, Vagrant Story, and Devil May Cry 5 all at the same time? How the fuck did that happen? I actually did show y'all a robot named Fight way back then. Red Faction Gorilla. I almost forgot that I played that. Dragon Quest Builders 2, huh?
In this cabinet. Alright. Now you know we're the last survivors of the Children of Hargon, loyal servants of the mighty master of destruction himself. That means your builders are our sworn enemies. We're sailing the ocean blue, rounding up pesky vermin like you, along with anyone else who gets in our way. That was almost a...
I don't even remember what Izaria is.
Push him overboard. Miku just murdering every single one of them in cold blood with that same smile on her face, right? Like, stab cities and their armies and take over the land, or you could sabotage them.
Think back to the start of the night. Like, I feel like I have already changed a lot. Like, I'm much closer to how I am now on streams here than I was at the beginning.
Miami. Can the skeleton please put pants
Yeah, this is
on?
the tutorial ship. I was trying to remember where we meet Malroth.
He probably bribed his way in the nice part of the afterlife.
Oh no, that's
Like
just the intro movie. And then this is the first
The camera
island.
gets all wet when you do that. I'm sorry, it's such a little thing, but...
There he is. There's Malroth. Don't worry, you wrote a review of it. Oh, it must be amazing then.
Yeah. Chottomate. Hey, you want to see something really gruesome? Follow me. Enormous. And then you get into fights, and it's like a happy little bat. It's a happy little slime. It's a cultist who looks like a clown.
Wait, what is this?
It's high, and we'll need a door for getting in and out.
Oh, Lulu. I remember Lulu now.
I'm sure you can fix the place up.
Much closer, just need to lose a little more hair.
Just use those gloves of yours to pick it up.
That was the one thing. The one thing I had wrong. Too much hair.
No idea how long it'll take for a search party to locate us, so we need to find enough. New task: play with fire. It's 3D Terraria.
I remember there's a really nice scene in here on the original. Maybe.
Ding! I'm a genius. Look at me go. Yahoo!
Need the full Picard. So that's the other thing now. I've been trying to convince because my wife, like, she trims my hair for me. I've been trying to convince her to just, like, shave me completely bald, and she won't do that either.
Straw bedding out of dry grass. I think I saw something dry and grassy along the shore of the...
I'm kind of trapped in this limbo, chat.
Like a little harbor for exporting stuff.
Not enough hair to be of any note, but not so little hair as to truly rock baldness at its core.
From there, like a proper residential district and like a craft district. I see like a... You can climb these. Oh, you can climb these. That's awesome. All right, we're definitely
Simple
getting
things,
in.
chat.
Oh, there's stuff in there. We're getting in there later. I'm excited. I'm excited. You ready to show Gary glows a lot, how a real builder does things? So, you're hesitant, but you did ask in a roundabout sort of way. There's like a sort of elder god on Yoku's island, and it got us thinking about like pretty. That looks awesome. You can visit that island?
Man, this is bringing back so
Wait,
many memories.
Really?
We actually... Okay, we actually did make it to Fallow Field that first night. So.
Yeah, I'm playing on PC.
Yeah, this was cool. This was really, really cool. I think Dragon Quest Builders 2 might have been one of the most fun things we've ever streamed.
Oh god! Look at this whole entire ass town they built. With a clock. Oh my god, y'all.
Alright, hang on, let's go find Easaria now. What is this? Alright, it's in this one. Somewhere.
Of course. I'm going
Oh my god.
Hell.
Oh my god. That's what Easaria is.
We did... This is a Hell Knight suggestion. Yeah, I've worked with Richard Epcar a couple times. We did next...
My VO shit.
What to do?
Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah, I remember this.
Press H to kick with... What?
Press H to kick with sword, chat. I thought that said Ligma Games.
I love it. Okay, I'm into it. Get on the boat. On the way to Easaria. Okay.
This game is ass, chat.
There's like a family-style Japanese restaurant.
Easaria?
Easaria?
Easaria.
That I used to eat at all the time. It's reminding me of that.
Remember the hitbox left on the sword is way bigger than the one on the right? For reasons we cannot possibly fathom.
I know, kick, right? Press E near door to start. Press R to restart. So it is discrete levels, okay. Boop, beep, boop. What? Okay. So contact damage on the enemies. And if they get inside of you, you can't hit them anymore. Well, we're off to a very promising start here. And I'm dead. I got an achievement! First death! Hooray!
Let's see, how long did we play this for?
That's great. I'll fuck off.
We got like 45 minutes out of this.
Buying what you're selling.
You can believe that.
Oh god, it's a ghost. Whatever, I'm out of here. It still hit me. It still hit me.
Oh, it gets worse than that.
Oh my god, what is this?
You got like 2/3 of the way through the game, seriously?
I'm going to... God damn it. One touch.
Wait, there's an attack helicopter in this? I have no memory of this.
Fucking... Okay. Double jump. That's cool. So it's not really a great idea for me to drink on flights. Hated road trips, love flying. Suppose this whole in-game experience is anything like an Uber copter.
God, this went on for some time.
Putting it on the list.
Thrilling commentary. I'd like to see you do better. Asshole.
Spiders. You just kind of have to take the fireballs. Wait. I can still hit him when he's doing this. Oh, this is doable. This is doable. This is doable. Maybe not this run. Oh, maybe. Got him. Okay.
I know that face. I know that face.
I'm not doing it. 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 We're playing something else. There's so much more we could do with our lives than play Maria's Area. I'm not.
I know myself, chat. I know when I've reached that point. I don't think it ever happened to you if you fall between two moving platforms, your giant head can get stuck in between. You just have to hit restart. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, what else is going on? We tried Noita, we tried Cook Serve Delicious 3, my favorite of the Cook Serve Delicious games. Hell Knight number 3 was RoboCop 2 on NES. Yes, somebody actually bought me a RoboCop 2 cartridge and sent it to me, and I still have it. Wow, MO Astray was that long ago. Also, I gave Rain World another try on this particular night. Was that you? Did you do that, Toast? Did you do this to me? Oh, we did QT. Man, I kind of want to do QT again. QT is great. We looked at Spark the Electric Jester 2. I think Spark the Electric Jester 1 is the only one I did a full playthrough of on the channel. I played through Wizards and Warriors 1 and 2. We did a short hike. Dead Cells. Dandara. Morals, The Hunt. That's the mushroom hunting game. This must have been... Okay, this was... For Valentine's 1 year, 4 years ago, we did visual novels. We did Digital Love Story and Save the Date. Both of them were very good. We did Burnout 3 Takedown. Ah, this is when we did Echo. Echo's a really cool game. The ending's not great, but Echo's a really cool game. And I kept circling back to Cook Serve Delicious 3 because I was enjoying it so much at the time. We checked out World of Horror again. Void Rains Upon Her Heart. Remind me, chat, to go back to Void Rains Upon Her Heart when that gets its full release. Yeah, still not done. I actually checked on that today. And it's still not done. Did some more fighting games. Looked at Monster Train. We did Yume Nikki. Again, that's another one. I thought we did Yume Nikki more recently. 7-day roguelike for 2020. We did an edutainment Hell Knight. This is Encarta Mind Maze. I remember that. I did play Encarta, yeah. We did El Shaddai. That was a trip, yeah. That was another one that was contributed. Ah, the Fishing Horror Jam. There it is. So the Fishing Horror Jam was 2020. Right before I got Animal Crossing New Horizons, it turns out. We started Hitman 2 around this time, while we were still early days in Dragon Quest Builders 2. The first Haunted PS1 demo disc was 4 years ago. Scourgebringer. I totally forgot about that game. I have not gone back to Scourgebringer or One Step from Eden. I've played a lot of Horizon's Gate on my own. Dude. This is when we played The Ring Terror's Realm. This is honestly maybe one of the most memorable games we've ever played. This was incredible. I feel for you if you were not around for this one. This one was a trip. You should find the dramatic Sting music. That still might be on the soundboard. It should be, I think. I think this is also when we started taking roguelikes more seriously. This is when I went back to FTL with the intent of actually finally beating it. Yeah, there's another FTL there. We did 100% orange juice. We did Castlevania. We did the Typing of the Dead. Oh yeah, Typing Night was a lot of fun. Typing Night was cool. We did Typing of the Dead, Type Dreams, and more Cook Serve Delicious. Shining Force 2. That's when we started Shining Force 2. We did a demo night, Ludinaricon demos. Oof, Cloudpunk. Dark Forces. I guess this was the No, this would have been the second May the 4th that we celebrated. The first one would have been the SNES Super Star Wars games. And then for the second one, we did a full playthrough of Dark Forces. This was a mistake. Doing the Castlevania Game Boy games was a huge mistake. Apparently around this time, I was intent on playing all of the Castlevanias. Yeah, no, Dark Forces was a long ass time ago. Because we did, one year we did Dark Forces. The following year we did Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight. The year after that was our abortive attempt at Jedi Outcast. And then I think the year after that we did Jedi Academy. And then that wasn't this past year, so. We did Zero Ranger, that was really fun. This is when I started Thief the Dark Project. What? Wow, we played the first Thief while I was still playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. That's pretty nuts. I have done a lot of the Castlevania games at this point. I think I'm up to... Well, I went past the N64 ones. I haven't done the N64 ones. But yeah. I did all the GBA ones. Yeah, I did all the GBA ones. I did the PS2 ones. I forgot we did a full playthrough of Below. That was rough. We did, there's the Dread X collection 4 years ago. Command and Conquer Remastered. That was fun. That might be the only time I've ever played an RTS on this channel. A long time ago. We did a full play. Project Warlock. Project Warlock was like a Doom stream before Doom streams were a thing. Because, I can't remember if we talked about it or we did it on a variety night or something. I don't see it listed anywhere. But I remember we talked about Project Warlock and people were so excited about that. I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it. And that was a lot of fun. We did Journey and Flower. We did Gloomwood. Okay. Steam Summerfest demos. Outer Wilds. Wow, Outer Wilds was 4 years ago. That, okay, to be fair, that does feel like it was a long time ago. And then I did come back and do the DLC like a year later or something. There's Caves of Cud. So I guess after I finished FTL, we jumped on Caves of Cud. Listen a group of shooters a few vids up. Oh, okay, that must have been it then. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is still going. Hard Space Shipbreaker. I ended up playing Hard Space Shipbreaker on my own and really enjoying it. Oh, my first full playthrough of Shadowrun. We've done that twice, if I remember correctly now. Oh, did we hit the itch.io stuff? Oh, here we go. Treachery and Beatdown City and itch.io bundle games, yeah. Also, I noticed we started Killer 7 at this point. Was that any further up? Oh, no. We started up here. My bad. Tales from Off-Peak City and itch.io bundle games. Killer 7 was interesting. It was... I do remember around this time, I was really paying attention to what people were actually watching. And I remember Killer 7 did not do well. I remember not a whole lot of people came out for Killer 7. And I think Dragon Quest Builders 2 even had some ups and downs in viewership. Shadowrun did pretty well though. We actually, this is kind of surprising. I didn't realize we started Slime Rancher before I finished Dragon Quest Builders 2. I thought that was after. Tales from Off-Peak City is a very weird one, yeah. We did Demon's Crest on Super Nintendo. We're gonna do Demon's Crest again sometime. Probably when we get to it in the magazine. It's another itch bundle night. Slime Rancher, Caves of Cud, and Killer 7. What? What a combination. I did a full playthrough of Star Tropics, and then this is when we started Horizon Zero Dawn. Weird as it may sound, I like Killer 7, but less as a game and more as a spectacle. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Doom 64 is back then. Invisible Ink, I'm guessing... Hang on, I just want to check this real quick. Confirm my suspicions. This was for our 2-year anniversary chat.
So these guys just woke up. These are the two
For our
locations that
2-year streamiversary,
One
I
was
played
the
my favorite game of all
this
time.
guard that was knocked out.
Yep. That was it. So around the 2-year mark, we were playing Horizon Zero Dawn and Slime Rancher. Horizon Zero Dawn was a real hallmark. Horizon Zero Dawn's another interesting one, because if I remember correctly, that one wasn't real popular with viewers either. I played that one because I really, really liked it. And the people who were coming around really, really liked it, but I think viewership dipped during that one. I could check. If I can't remember if I was actually keeping track then or not. I think that was too far back. Yeah, unfortunately that was too far back. I know the people who were showing up for it really loved it, but I remember... I do remember worrying about how big a game it was and how people seemed to have tapped out on it pretty early. Let's see. Power Hours still hadn't started at this point yet. DreadX Collection 2. We did Dreamcast Night, Crazy Taxi Revolt, and Choo Choo Rocket. We did Fight Crab. Another PlayStation Underground. Slime Rancher went on for a while. Huh. House of Da Vinci. Oh, damn, the Game Boy Jam. I love doing this. I really love doing this. Oh, wow, Contradiction. So Contradiction was 3 years ago. Okay, that's starting to kind of... Wow, okay. Contradiction, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Demon Souls. Demon Souls was 3 years ago. Well, I guess, okay. I guess Demon Souls was 3 years ago, Bloodborne was 2 years ago, and then Dark Souls was recent. I guess that tracks. Did some Spelunky 2. Looks like 2 nights that. Okay, Star Wars Squadrons was the last marathon stream that I did. I think I started the story one night. And then the next day, I did like 7 hours of it. What's weird is I could have sworn I saw you stream Contradiction, or was there another game in the series? There was the one about the moon. We didn't do a full playthrough of that one, but I started it, and he did show up in it. You might be thinking of that. Dark Side of the Moon, that's it, yeah. Yeah, we did do that. There's Spiritfarer. Huh, didn't realize Spiritfarer was a contemporary of Horizon Zero Dawn and Demon Souls on this channel. Oh god, Little Misfortune. Yikes, forever. It must have been another streamer then. The only games I played featuring that actor were Contradiction and One Night of Dark Side of the Moon. Cube Escape. This is when we did Amnesia Rebirth. And DreadX Collection 3 was my favorite out of all of them. That was something. We did a Phasmophobia night. We did 2 Phasmophobia nights. I forgot we did 2 Phasmophobia nights. Oh god, Transient. Oh my god, y'all. If you... Transient was one of the most bewilderingly bad games we have ever played on this channel. If you weren't here for Transient, if you watch one VOD from all the stuff I've talked about, please make it Transient. Transient was insane. But yeah, it looks like we also started King of Dragon Pass around here. So we were doing King of Dragon Pass, Spiritfarer, Demons. I don't remember. How did I have things set up to be... doing all these full playthroughs at once? I wasn't doing the power hours yet. That's why. I think it looks to me like I was doing one game twice a week. So like it looked like I was doing Spiritfarer twice a week. And then Demon Souls and King of Dragon Pass like once a week. Yeah. And then I remember, I remember, I don't remember when it was, but I remember I decided to stop doing that because it was getting too confusing. Mondays and Wednesdays there were one game, Tuesdays and Thursdays were another, and I think the weekend was another. I think you're right, yeah. I think you are right. Well, I think Saturday was Symphony of the Night. Yeah, that had to be, because Symphony of the Night 1 is here, and then there's 6 videos between that and Symphony of the Night 2. God, I'm really glad I don't do things like that anymore. I'm really, really glad. Did golf with your friends, that's fun. House of Da Vinci 2. Oh, this was the Submachine night we did. Oh my God, I completely forgot we did Grim Fandango. That fell totally out of my head. I mean, apparently it was only apparently it only took 2 nights. Nope, I was wrong. It took, I don't know why I thought that. It took 4. Open Sorcery was really fun, yeah. Open Sorcery was really fun. Open Sorcery C++ was not. And that was a shame. Wow, the final itch.io night fell here. Echo Night, this is when we played Echo Night, and Night in the Woods. Wow, okay, so I was doing Grim Fandango, Night in the Woods, and Echo Night all at once. And Paradise, this is where I started Paradise Killer, okay. Paradise Killer is probably the least popular thing I have loved streaming. I didn't mention this when we were scrolling past Spiritfarer, but Spiritfarer was the same. Spiritfarer was really popular with the people that enjoyed it, but there weren't many of them. And then Paradise Killer was even worse. I loved Paradise Killer. A couple people tolerated it, but yeah. That was brutal. I like C++ a lot as well. It's got some parts that are very intense. Parts are a little too open-ended. Geist home area the stream died in is definitely the worst part of it. Yeah, it was not... I know we talked about this. It was not well-suited for streaming. Not the way the original Open Sorcery was. They were just very different games. They just didn't click well. The second one didn't click well. Yeah, I love Paradise Killer. I really, really love Paradise Killer. And it pained me that people didn't like it more. I really wish it had done better, but, you know. A few people I watched at Paradise Killer I didn't watch because I had to play it myself. I'm glad I did. It's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Open Sorcery is choose your own adventure. C++ is full-text adventure. Yeah. I don't know about Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer also wasn't real heavy on gameplay. Like, the dialogue scenes were really good, but the actual gameplay was not the kind of thing that suits a stream particularly well. This is when I got my AVS, and we played Shadowgate on it. I remember Wilmot's Warehouse. That was really fun. I was really excited when I got this AVS, but still not the start of the Power Hours. This was, however, the start of Final Fantasy IX. That tracks. Yeah, that was 3 years ago. And then Zelda. After I got the AVS, I started playing Zelda. I remember doing Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. That was fun. That was pretty cool. Wow, I was doing Final Fantasy 9 and Prey at the same time. I don't remember that. More golf with your friends. Yeah, everything is Final Fantasy 9 and Prey. I was playing a lot of different NES games on the AVS. Oh, you know what? I think after I got the AVS, was that when I was collecting used games, or had I gotten, I can't remember if I had gotten the EverDrive at that point or not. No, I think I did get uninvited. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so this, after I got the AVS, that's when I was collecting used games. That's when I was actually buying individual cartridges. Okay. Right. I couldn't start the Power Hours until I got the EverDrive. Jones the Fast Lane was horrible. I don't blame whoever it was that suggested Jones in the Fast Lane. I don't blame them for suggesting it, because I don't think anybody realized just how depressing that game would be. I don't think anybody realized how badly that would hit in what, 2021. That was brutal. This is when we did Little Nightmares 2. This is when I beat Batman on NES. And when I did full playthrough of Crystallis. Oh, Lemon Cake! I forgot that I streamed Lemon Cake. I'm still actually playing Lemon Cake now. It's fun. It's a video board game is a good idea. It's from before we figured out how to make board games fun. The Room 4. The Room 4. All right. Old Sins. I don't remember this one super well.
Need to turn on that floodlight if I'm going to find out what's over there. Oh, there's a floor plan on the
Can't see me.
floor.
There I am.
Funny that. Double click on the floodlight to focus on it. Flip the switch. This is a signal lamp type B. I think it's broken. I'll need
So
the screwdriver
satisfying.
from my case. Right click to zoom out. Double. Break the seal. Find the null. Sometimes
wait, shit. I remember this one. This is the one with the house, right?
areas that you.
This is the one with the house model, isn't it?
Right click to zoom out.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's like an adventure game.
Yeah, this one. No, this one was super cool. Did I finish this one on stream?
Well, let's look at them.
I don't think I did.
Something on the other plinth, but this one is bare.
No, I don't. Wait, did I?
Points of interaction, and not much you can do with them.
Wait, no, this is a different game. This is Eyes of Ara.
Easier by limiting your options. Cool. Those Lego City sets are the coolest. Never been into. Still do Lego Friends. City
Yeah.
as a game.
Okay, I
That's
stopped
right.
there.
Lego City
So I did
Undercover.
like an hour and 20 minutes of it, and then I
You also
tried
go to Lego City.
Eyes of
They have
Ara.
everything, like,
and got
the
distracted by something else while I was
thing.
doing it.
thing
And
that-
Eyes of Ara was not nearly as
It
good.
says, Reader beware, you're in for a scare.
And then we did
Chicago's
Evan's
still not worth it.
Remains
Let's just not the-
and
Right?
Don't Escape. Oh, I love the Don't Escape games. I actually started playing Don't Escape 4 while I was on vacation.
MIA generators.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back to the list and see if Room 4 shows up again. I've definitely finished the Room 4. I thought I streamed it. I thought I streamed the whole thing, but maybe I didn't. Let's see here. Batman, Final Fantasy, Crystallis, Final Fantasy. Lemon Cake, Nebuchadnezzar, Foundation, Chrysalis, Final Fantasy, Robo Warrior, Deli Tower, Hide Light. Yikes. We did Worms Armageddon Night. We did a full playthrough of Maniac Mansion. We did Faxanadu. Loop Hero. This is when I was playing Loop Hero. Best in Spectacle was really cool. Solar Jetman. Okay, I was definitely doing more NES stuff here. Amongst Loop Hero. Where did I finish? Okay, so that was the end of Final Fantasy 9. No, this was the end of Final Fantasy 9. Because yeah, that's a 4.5 hour stream. Yep, I remember when we did Among Us. But yeah, I did Solar Jetman, TMNT 1 and 2, Golgo 13, Dino Wars, Solar Jetman, Life Force. We've got to be getting close to the Power Hours. Haunted PS1 demo disc for 2021. Oh, this is when we did Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, and the original Final Fantasy. This is when this is when I consented to try playing through the original Final Fantasy with a party of only mages, which went well enough until the final dungeon. Oh, Heaven's Vault. Heaven's Vault was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. And DreadX 4 was here. This is when I got the Super NT. So then I had better options for doing Super Nintendo games. Rogo. I did Clash of Demon Head and went, yeah, 4 hours of Clash of Demon Head. I think I did Yonder Cloudcatcher Chronicles. No, that was 2 nights. I don't remember that, honestly. Spelunker, Rad Racer, Kabuki Quantum Fighter, Monster Party, Boy and His Blob, DuckTales, Chippendale, Darkwing Duck. Wow, I don't remember doing Yonder at all. And then this was the following. This is 2021's May the 4th, Dark Forces 2. We did Shmup Night, Desertopia, R-Type Dimensions, and QP Shooting Dangerous. Super Mario World. Had Monster Party as a kid. That game has some very creative bosses, yeah. Psychonauts, Super Mario World, Super Metroid. This is where I played Amazing Cultivation Simulator. Someday, chat. Someday, we are going to circle back around to this. And we're going to get good at that game. Someday. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but we're going to do it. Manifold Garden. I probably should have done a full playthrough of Manifold Garden. But I guess I couldn't because I was doing fucking Carrier. Pretty sure Carrier was another Hell game. We did Moon Crash. We did Rondo of Blood. Here it is, the very first Power Hours. The very first Power Hours was... Come on. June 6, 2021. So we've been doing the Power Hours for 3 years and change. And in that time, we've made it through 56 issues. Love how every screenshot of Psychonauts is the PC looking like he's so over this. I wish there were more games like Slipways. Slipways is a really good game. Slipways is really, really cool. All right, I'm sorry. This is where I wanted to get to. This is what I was really hoping we'd get to tonight. Oh God, it's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Nostalgia trip. Hi everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing quite
Look a lot more like myself there. Just
usually relaxing
more,
Saturday.
just slightly more hair.
I played a whole bunch of Slipways.
Different glasses.
I think that
Same
that
shirt.
contributed a lot.
I am wearing the same shirt. It's
I did
true.
that first campaign mission in Slipways. That was a lot of fun.
Same shirt, same chair.
When I was getting started, was
Yes, also
in
true, less
campaign
gray.
missions, they
Kids will
actually
do
give
that to
you
you.
Special tech you can unlock that relates to.
How many more issues until Nintendo
campaign mission.
64?
So like
A
you
lot.
have to produce all that like special
It's a lot.
mineral from the campaign, right?
Actually, let me check.
But then they'll give you like bonus power for those planets that produce a lot, and then you can also research those for extra research. It's really cool. It's really cool. And then the second campaign mission has this thing where you need to build these special.
Realistically,
stations
not
to
until
make,
96.
Certain planets habitable.
So
And you
yes,
generate
at
those
least
habitat
2 more
content.
years
What's up, Nemrin?
in the
What's up, Harvey
magazine.
Winkle? Happy Saturday to you as well. If you haven't touched the
And
campaign yet, you absolutely should. It's really cool.
well,
I like what they do. But I was also doing some normal runs. I'd say none of the normal runs I
I'm
tried
sorry,
to do
Lodro High.
today
I am.
went nearly as well as the one you
I
y'all
understand.
actually got to see yesterday. So,
I understand.
got to
But
see
there's
a rare form. I think.
there's other things we gotta make time for. There's other games
Tonight's
between
the
now
night.
and then.
Tonight is the night I've been waiting for ages. Oh, where'd you guys? Oh,
I was waiting for ages for this chat.
75% of the way to
So,
next month's community challenge. Good on you. But
Oh god, I remember when I
all those
used to make
points
y'all
just yet.
pay for
You
community
guys have some
challenges.
special stuff you can do with them tonight.
For community nights. When
If
you used to have
somehow
to
made it here without
throw into the pot
hearing
for that.
What it is that we're doing tonight. We're doing an entirely
That probably took a
different
lot of
stream.
Dragon coins out of
Whole
circulation.
new kind of retro stream.
It was probably a
which we
mistake
focus
to stop
on
doing
the
that.
Classic Nintendo Power magazine. If you were not
So long before I can
familiar with
request
Nintendo Power,
Ogre Battle. We'll get there though.
This is a
I remember it
magazine
being
started
featured
back
in
1988,
in the
published by Nintendo
Epic
America
Center.
themselves.
Once they start doing that in
and
I can't remember if they start doing that in mid
obviously,
94 or
the idea
95.
was to help popularize
But we'll get there.
And,
We will get
and
there.
promote the games appearing.
Doom
on
streams
the
were a good way to
system.
get them out of circulation. Yeah, that's true. They were expensive too. So
But the advantage.
let that be a
they
mistake.
had
It's not like
was
someone's gonna master
actually
ridiculous sum of Dragon. Yeah, who would
by
do
people
that?
who were genuinely
Who would
passionate
ever do
about
that?
Nintendo games. So what you ended up with was a promotion.
I mean, I could
that
make y'all
didn't
start paying
really
for
end up reading
community
like
nights
that
again.
At all. It really focused on the
We
content. of
we
the
could do
games.
that.
Oh look, it's our first appearance of Nestor. Help! Please tell me.
Oh, look, it's our
I
first
need my
appearance of
hands
Nestor.
out for my father. He's glued to the set. Mike Tyson's punch out.
This
I've
is a
several bouts with Tyson. However, I've
long
never
time
beaten him.
ago,
Please
Chad.
help! I want to win the dream bout. You help yourself out a great deal by knocking out Tyson's ability to use his dynamite punch. Don't let him land one in the first minute and a half of the round. Then start landing his maestro.
There's Wheel of Fortune. Wow, I forgot how horrifying Vanna is in this version.
Correct! Hurry up, loser. Good call, Hoink. Damn. This game has quick time events.
I make a snack, get ready for bed. Thank you for streaming. It was a lot of fun. Glad to hear it, Helvy.
Check out
Thanks
the
for coming
other
out.
Jeopardy games you
It
have
does
on
look
there.
like a
Oh,
zombie.
it's Marcus? Okay, well, it's a good thing I didn't answer that one. That
Oh
would've
god,
fucked it
those
up.
characters are horrifying too.
Wish you could fart.
These games came a long way. To be fair,
Well,
these
these
games
leaders,
came a
while fiddling
long
around
way.
this Roman, yeah.
Alright, chat.
Okay.
Alright, chat. I tell you what, let's do a real quick, real cursory run through of the next 3 years. Because I feel like we're getting closer to stuff that people are more familiar with. It's not as much of a revelation for folks. So I'm also gonna turn off the option to actually look into the videos. I just want to run through real quick and talk about the other stuff we've streamed up to this point to kind of complete the timeline, to kind of establish how everything is run. So let's see, what else did we do? We did Legend of Zelda Second Quest. This is when we did Axiom Verge. Pulled out a night to do Bionic Commando. This might be our first instance of Next Fest demos. This is when we did Legend of Mana. So we're doing Axiom Verge and Legend of Mana concurrently. I want to see the final episode of Slime Rancher, perhaps another time. Oh wow, this is actually when I first checked out Black Skylands. I beat that game on Saturday. That was interesting. Legend of Mana was long. Damn, it was nine episodes. This is when we first played Mother 1 3 years ago. And then when we started Chicory and Secret of Evermore. We did Unjammer Lammy. I know people really enjoyed that one. So yeah, Secret of Evermore, Chicory, Okami. I know Okami is a sore spot for some people. I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Right before that was when we did Rockman 4 minus Infinity. That was cool. Grim Dawn, I think, was for my birthday, I think. No, fuck. Grim Dawn was for our 3-year Streamiversary. Yeah. Jupiter Hell, House Flipper. We tried to do a full playthrough of Willow, and I remember after that first night, I was like, you know what? No. I think this is the first wheel, chat. I think our first wheel was almost 3 years ago. I used to call them Wheel of the Week. We did NES ROM hacks. I like Okami. I think stopping when you did was the right choice. Yeah, it's just, I couldn't do it. I was just not into it. We did Dropsy. Yeah, we did Rift Wizard. Blasphemous. When we streamed the first one, first Blasphemous. Super Mario Brothers 1 hacks. I went through a brief period where I was trying to get ROM hacks more prevalent on here, but people didn't really go for those. They went for some specific ones. Like I think we're coming up on Amita's Curse, if I haven't passed it already. This is when we did Oxenfree. The demo for Inscription. Weird that Dropsy and Hypnospace Outlaw are the same guy, but I guess it's not that weird. Oh, this was okay. So this was the Halloween that we did Fatal Frame, and I was doing some other stuff in between, like Carrion. I guess the first ones weren't. So Fatal Frame 1 was 3 nights. Fatal Frame 2 was 3 nights. And then, yeah, Fatal Frame 3 was the giant one. Fatal Frame 3 just kept going. Yeah, we did Penumbra this year, too. Tried to do Sweet Home. That game is painful. I haven't done Oxenfree 2 yet, no. Oh, Unpacking. I remember Unpacking. Realms of the Haunting. Huh. Realms of the Haunting is actually more recent than I thought. Game Boy hacks. Another wheel. Teardown. Crying Suns. Here's Amita's Curse. Here's Amita's Curse and the Outer Wilds DLC. Eve was good too, yeah. Lament of Innocence was 2 years ago. System Shock 2 was 2 years ago. All right, this is all starting to line up a bit better. This is when I'm starting to remember things. We did the original Resident Evil. This is when I got the Analog Pocket, and I was in this house. So this definitely looks a lot more familiar. The Gothic Community Night. Final Fantasy Legend 3. Wow, it took a long time to get around to Final Fantasy Legend 3. Madvent calendar. Ah, this was the 6-year anniversary of GPG as a thing. It did take, yeah, it took years to get from Final Fantasy Legend 2 to 3. This is when I took that first look at Wooden Ocean. Troubleshooter, I forgot we streamed that. Yeah, there's Wooden Ocean. Surprise! Super Mario Brothers 3. There's Bloodborne. Bloodborne was the winter of that year. Yes, this is the 6-year anniversary of GPG as a stream. That was the 6-year anniversary of GPG as a brand, I guess. 53 views. Actually, I mean, there is not much Wooden Ocean content out there, like straight up. Like if people are looking for Wooden Ocean, there's a pretty decent, well, back then, there was not much on Wooden Ocean. Now people are starting to discover it, so. Oh, you're still playing Troubleshooter, nice. That's one I'd like to go back to sometime. I actually humored the idea of doing a full playthrough of that on the channel. I think it would be too big though. I do fear that it might be too big. This was the Arx Fatalis community night. A lot of Bloodborne. So at this point, I guess I had decided to just focus on one game at a time. Power Slave Exhumed. King of Fighters 15. Observation. 5 Days a Stranger. May wait for Troubleshooter 2. I think it'll be a more focused game. That sounds good to me. Star Trek. We did Star Trek Voyager. Final Fantasy V. This is the community night for Dark Messiah, Might and Magic, which unfortunately I couldn't play because it made me nauseous. Got passed out, let people know they need to submit their game for community night. Oh, that's right. Community night for this month is supposed to be Castlevania fan games and ROM hacks. Yeah, get on that, community. Do your shit. Bloodborne favorite moment when you first met the bad guy. Oh god, the bad guy. Yeah, that was crazy. That was really cool. Final Fantasy V, ActRaiser. Oh, this is when we did Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I didn't realize that game was this old at this point. Star Trek Elite Force 2. Thief 2. So there was a big wait between Thief 1 and Thief 2 as well. Wow, Streets of Rogue Community Night was here? That can't be right, can it? I guess it was. Huh. That feels completely out of place to me. But I guess it was. Final Fantasy Adventure 2 was Final Fantasy Adventure was around here. Jedi Outcast. It has been a hot minute, yeah. Yeah, it feels like it was longer ago, but I guess it wasn't. I thought it was. Hang on. I gotta. Hang on, I actually need to open this in a different window. Because I don't want to screw up that list. No, okay. I think this is what happened. I think what happened is I did Streets of Rogue on my own, and then shortly after that, we did like a variety night. I did Trials of Fire, and then we did Streets of Rogue multiplayer. I think that's the one people are thinking about. And then this one 2 years ago was like another. I don't remember what we did for that one. Astalon brought us the wonders of the cook hole, and I think that's wonderful. Got an interview tomorrow, so sleep. All right, 2-hit. Have a good one. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, we're almost done here. Yeah, we did Astalon. Faria. Can you believe that Faria was...
I guess after that I could go.
May 24...
Final boss in Rogue Legacy 2
2022. So just like a little over 2 years ago
Trying to think Code Vein
was the original Doom stream. Funny that. Those days were wonderful. We did Tesla Effect. Trilby's Note. Oh, I must have done... I skipped over 7 days of... whatever. Skeptic? We did Trilby's Notes here. Stalker Community Night. Haiku. Dread Delusion Early Access. Still thinking about how inspired that game was, and honestly, I love the art for it. It was a neat one. It was definitely a neat one. Who remembers Jesus the Terrifying Bio Monster? That was an experience. The 2022 Japan trip recap. Yomawari Night Alone. I'm glad I went back to do full playthroughs of the Yomawari games. We'll have to do the third one at some point. And then this was XCOM Apocalypse. And that was also where... I think it was around this time, or in the wake of XCOM Apocalypse, that I decided to focus more on retro games in general. Gotta sleep for real now. Good night, Arcane. Thanks for coming out. XCOM Apocalypse. God, I really wish there were other XCOM games like XCOM Apocalypse. I wish there was more that I could do like that, but the other XCOMs would be very different experiences. This is also around when I got my play date. Oh, when was the... Doesn't look like I did a Streamiversary this year. There's Yoku's Island Randomizer. There's Playdate Update 3. Yeah, I think I skipped the Streamiversary this year. Yeah, we did Syndicate Wars, Dungeon Keeper. This was the new channel direction. The Proteus Night. Oh yeah, there it is. Proteus Trilogy, yeah. Almost 2 years ago. Can't really think of spiritual successors XCOM Apocalypse. I don't think they exist, really. It is one of a kind. It is very unique. Kingsfield. Kingsfield was not that long ago. Huh. Huh. Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Penumbra Black Plague, Seventh Guest, Clive Barker's Undying. There's D. There's D. Oh, the D. So this would have been 2 Spooktobers ago. One thing I remember you playing Yoku's Island, I think was you being drunk off your ass. That could be any night, really. Yeah, this was Spooktober 2 years ago. Clive Barker's Undying, D, Monster Bass, Eternal Darkness, Mystery of the Druid, Splatterhouse, Deception, Echo Knight 2, Faith, Unholy Trinity, Parasite Eve, Yomawari Midnight Shadows. There's Pony Island. Witch's House, Frog Detective 3, Loom. We did a bunch of Just Chatting streams around this time. Cadence of Hyrule was the second Doom stream. None of this was really that long ago now that I'm thinking about it. Alpha Centauri, Romancing Saga. This is when we did Soul Blazer. Yeah, and now we're getting pretty close to present. Fallout 1. Fallout 2. Fallout 2 was just over a year ago, if I remember correctly. Wow, Dragon View. Dragon View, yeah, because Dragon View is a Doom stream game. It wasn't that long ago. Fallout 2 is very long, though. Fallout 2 is very, very long, though. Oh, there's a Hog Knight, Abyss, the Wraiths of Eden. Mystic Quest. Thief Deadly Shadows was there. RimWorld. Link's Awakening and RimWorld. I know we're getting close to the 1 year mark. Like 1 year back. Circle, this is when I was doing the GBA ones. Circle of the Moon. Eastern Mind. Kenshi. Where is it? Oh, there's Jedi Academy too. So yeah, that's getting closer. Call of the Sea. Quest for Glory off. Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. This is when I was doing manual nights. There's Stellaris. Did Stellaris for a hot minute. Hand of Doom. Come on, there it is. 5-year Streamiversary. There it was. Yeah, this was the one where we recapped the previous year. We talked about what was popular. I think I surveyed y'all on that one. Okay, chat, I am gonna end it there. We have just recapped 5 years of streams, and I think we all remember what we did over the past year. Might and Magic 7 was a year ago. That's interesting to think about. But yeah. Yeah, I think we've done good, chat. I think we've recapped plenty of history, seen where we've come from. Maybe it'll give us some ideas of where to go from here, but yeah. Wild to think about, isn't it? Wild to think that I've been doing this for 6 years. All the games we played. I mean, there are, here's the 3 more months. There are over 1,600 VODs on this channel. 1,600 VODs at roughly 3 hours each. I mean, that's 32. That is almost 5,000 hours of us. What's the best one? That is a great question. I couldn't even say at this point. I couldn't even say. It's so, like, there's so much of it. One of the reasons I wanted to do this tonight is it's hard to remember now. Like, it's hard to remember all the, I completely forgot we did Grim Fandango. Like, completely forgot. I did not remember until I ran across those videos here. And even the stuff that I do remember, I don't remember the order that we did them in. You know? I keep commenting throughout the night, oh, I thought we did this further back. Oh, I didn't realize this was this recently. Like, it's hard to remember after 6 years of this stuff, after 5,000 hours of streaming. That's a shitload of time. And you know what? I love every minute of it. I am so glad that I've been able to be here and do this and hang out with all y'all and share all these experiences with you. And I mean, who knows how much longer we'll be doing it. A long ass time, I bet you. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Deep thought. I will keep going, but it won't be tonight. I appreciate that. In your defense, time is broken. The events of our lives have been shuffled in nonsensical order. Also true. Also true. Sorry, I've forgotten the end of the Azaria stream. It's true, I have. It's true. I don't even fucking remember. So yeah, gang. This has been our 6-year Streamiversary. Celebrating 6 years of gold-plated game stream and looking forward to at least as many more. So, schedule a reminder for the coming week. Tomorrow night, Wooden Ocean. God, I am loving Wooden Ocean. Wooden Ocean feels like the logical result of a lot of the stuff that we've streamed up to this point. I'm very excited to be back to that tomorrow. Wooden Ocean will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday will be the Power Hours. We will be finishing January 1994, and if we do it fast enough, we can also squeeze Terra Enigma in there as well, and I know people have been looking forward to that. Friday is undecided yet. It may be a wheel. I'm hoping it'll be a wheel, but I can't commit to anything as of right now. And then on Saturday, we will be starting a brand new issue of Nintendo Power, February 1994. And then 1 week from tonight, next Sunday, will be the last Sunday that I stream for a while. I don't know what we're gonna do. We will see. I will try to come up with something interesting and worthwhile for them. So, but anyway, chat, that's gonna do it for tonight. Let me go find somebody to raid. Let's go see who's up on a Sunday. Oh, here's one. Let's see if they're still going. If they are, looks like it. Okay, Mary Ellen Katz is up streaming Noita, and I have not been able to raid her for a good long while. So let's go hang out with her for a bit, shall we? Oh, gang. This has been fun. This has been fun. I realize I haven't done a Just Chatting stream in quite some time. I had like a phase of them a year or two ago, but it's been a while and it was actually really enjoyable. If I've got stuff that I'm really interested in, like, you know, the history of this channel and all the games we streamed, it's easy. It's easy to just spend the entire night talking. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've had a good time. Hopefully you've had a good time however many years you've been coming around to these streams, and hopefully we'll have many more together. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow night for more Wood and Ocean. But until then, as always, as I've been saying for the last 6 years, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.